Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. I'm Rajesh here, yeah, conducting the training. Okay. Just wait a while. There are many more trainees joining in, yeah. Just give us another 4 minutes, then we should start. Many of them still joining in. Can see clear. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, good afternoon. I'm Rajesh here. Okay, we have quite a number of participants who have joined in. Thank you for joining in. Okay, I'm going to start now because it's already 10 minutes waiting for the rest to join in. Okay, those your colleagues who have not joined in, those who have joined in, please inform your colleagues, join in now, do not delay. Okay, we're going to start now. Yeah. Okay, today's purpose of getting everyone attending a training is to train you guys on the e-invoice features. We will enhance. Okay, actually we have enhanced our software. Okay, with the e-invoice features. Okay, we make it easy for our clients to submit their e-invoice to LHDN within just one extra click. Then you will submit. Okay, after issuing the invoice, then accounts executive or whoever who is in charge of issuing invoice. Okay, just one extra click after issuing the invoice. With one extra click, submit e-invoice. The e-invoice will be submitted to LHDN, of course. Okay, you got to wait for the approvals and UUID to appear and all that. I will share with you what is UUID and so on. Okay, so let's begin. Yeah, let's go to the manual. Okay, everyone have a manual. Okay, refer to your manual. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to go to page number 1. Okay. An e-invoice is, what is e-invoice? Yeah, it is a digital representation of a transaction between a supplier and a buyer. Okay. E-invoice replaces paper or electronic documents such as invoices, credit notes, and debit notes. Electronic documents, practically those companies or law firms have been using other softwares, even Denning before this. Okay, you issue your invoice, receipt, voucher, debit note, and credit notes electronically at the moment using the software. Okay, e-invoice is an enhancement whereby, okay, we use the e-invoice features in Denning to submit the invoice directly to LHDN. Okay, it's all done online. Yeah, submission. Yeah. An e-invoice contains the same essential information as traditional documents. For example, suppliers and buyers details. Okay, supplier will be your firm details, buyers will be your client's details. Okay, bill item description. Okay, quantity. Okay, price excluding tax, tax amount, and then the total amount, which we already have in our quotations and invoices. Okay, which record transactions data for daily business operations. Okay, action required by users to enable e-invoice features in Denning 360. Okay, number 1, you need your administrator to do this. Yeah, administrators or partners, okay, who have been managing the software, okay, in your firm, okay, and who has access to company profile, or any staff who have been given the responsibility, okay, the task to manage Denning software in your firm. Okay, you have to update your company profile. After we have sent the updates, yeah, you must do this. Okay, please, okay, keep an eye on Microsoft Teams. Okay, for the communication from our help desk. Our help desk will inform all our clients, okay, when your firm is scheduled for the updates of e-invoice, because our help desk needs to access to your server and do the updates. Okay, the update will be sent to your server, and then automatically the user's PC will receive the updates. And for users, okay, after the updates has come in, right, we have sent the updates. Okay, and when users are logging in, say tomorrow morning you're logging in, you will see a message to click yes to accept the updates. Okay, so our help desk will connect to your server to do the updates. Okay, and then server will release to PC, and PC users, when you're logging in, okay, you will see the message popping up and repeating, yeah, popping up to accept the update. You run the updates. Okay, and after you've run the updates for the administrators in your firm, right, okay, first thing you got to do is update your company profile. Okay, the ID type. Okay, the ID type here is you select business registration number. Okay, as how it is in registered in my tax portal of your firm. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if it is the firm's bar council registration number or any IDs, okay, that you use, okay, currently that you are already using, the firm is already using, okay, to submit your income taxes. Okay, you use that. Okay, you got to register that, yeah. Okay, registration number if the ID that is registered in my tax portal of your firm. Okay, we have no information on that. You guys have to do this yourself, yeah. Okay, TIN, the identification number of your firm. Okay, TIN is provided by LHDN. You can check in the my tax portal what is the TIN for your firm, for respective firm. You have to update as well the TIN here in the company profile. Okay, and MSIC code will be 69,100, which is for legal activities. Okay, state code. Okay, when you select the state, like Wilayah Persekutuan, Pahang, Selangor, Johor, and Penang, and so on. Okay, okay, the code of the state will be updated automatically. When you select country, the code of the country will be updated automatically. So you just insert the state and the country, the codes will be updated automatically. Okay, administrators, yeah, very important for you to activate your software. Okay, okay, with the e-invoice information and all that, you have to do this first. After we have sent the updates, you have to do this first, yeah. Okay, very important. Step 1, yeah, you got to do this. Okay, let's proceed to next page, page number 2. Okay, over here. Okay, updating of compulsory fields of a party information. Okay, like vendor, purchaser, plaintiff, defendant, okay, etc., such as landlord, tenant, okay, party 1, party 2, and so on. Okay, okay, moving forward, okay, from effective from 1st January onwards, 2026, next year, right? Okay, you must capture few more extra information on the party. Okay, especially the TIN information, yeah, tax identification number, which I will share with you, yeah. Okay, okay. So if you already have your existing party's details and your party is a recurring client, okay, transactor, okay, they buy houses often or you present them often, okay, could be a company or individual and so on, you have to update their existing data with TIN, T-I-N. TIN is tax identification number. Okay, clear, guys? TIN, yeah, you have to update. Without TIN, you cannot submit the e-invoice to LHDN. Okay, some of the compulsory information that you need to update in parties information are the customer type. You must select lah, whether it's an individual, a company, and so on. Okay, foreigner, the passport number, and so on, all that. Okay, sorry, individual or company, sorry, or legal firm. Okay, customer type, that is a new field, yeah. Customer type we have added in. Customer type at the top, individual, company, okay, legal firm, and so on. You will see when you click on the drop down menu on the right of the field, you will see a list of it. You select accordingly. Okay, party, okay, party, okay, the party is your client party, yeah. Okay, if a main office or branch office details. Okay, because by default, when you're adding a new party details, okay, the software will check the checkbox of main. Main will be checked automatically by default, yeah. However, the party that you're adding in, okay, is a branch office of your client. Okay, then you select branch. Okay, because if you notice, yeah, in our software, okay, we cannot have same party, okay, with the same ID number and their address, okay, with different address lah. Address line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay, therefore you can create like head office address is one company. Sorry, the main office, they have one address, head office, and then the branch, okay, branch office have a different address, and so on. It will allow you to proceed with that. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, as I mentioned here, this may commonly apply to party, okay, which is a company where the first personal information of the company is the head office address. User can add the same ID and name with a different address of the branch office. Clear? Kalau branch, you tick the checkbox branch. Kalau main office, Your client uses the main office address, you just tick. It's already ticked by default main, yeah. Kalau branch, you have to tick branch. Okay. State code, country code. Okay. You insert the state, the code will be updated automatically. Okay. Same thing with country. You insert the country, code will be updated automatically. Okay. Contact numbers. Okay. Minimum contact numbers in our software, we have 4 fields. Home phone number, office phone number, mobile. Okay. And fax. Okay. For e-invoice, minimum 1 has to be updated. Minimum 1. Satu diperlukan. It's not what we require, Danny require, it's LHDN require, yeah. Minimum 1 contact number has to be updated. Okay. Fax memang tak boleh lah. Either one of the number, yeah. Phone number, office or home. Phone, office, or mobile. Okay. Home, office or mobile number. Either one has to be in. Okay. Tax identification number is TIN. Okay. Over here, customer type, you're going to masuk TIN dia. Okay. Whether it's a company, individual, you can get it from my tax portal lah. You can go log in and you get it from there. Okay. Clear? So if the client is not giving you TIN number, you have to educate your client. TIN is a must in order for you to issue the e-invoice. If there's no TIN, you cannot submit the e-invoice. Okay, clear? Okay. Okay. Clear? If the party does not have a TIN, okay, then you can use general public's TIN number lah. Okay. This generally kalau tak ada. Tetapi jika dia ada TIN, tapi you tak masukkan TIN yang asal, then you use general, okay, most likely tak boleh nak submit. Okay, tak boleh nak submit the e-invoice. Clear ya? Okay. Details, page number 3 please. Okay. Details of statuses to know about e-invoice. The status, yeah. My invoice progress status in Danning 360 software, in our software, yeah. Okay, the progress status is complete. First is complete, second is incomplete, third is submitted. Okay. Complete means, okay, the client or the party's profile is completed. It's ready to submit. Okay. Clear, guys? I'll show you later how it appears in the party's profile, and when you are going before you submit the e-invoice, right? Okay. It will be shown complete or incomplete. Okay, I'll show you later. Okay. Incomplete means the client or the party's profile is incomplete. Probably the TIN was not inserted, okay, okay, or one of the contact number is missing, mobile, home or office, okay, is missing. Tak boleh. You need to update. Okay. Therefore, I believe that the practice is almost the same for every law firm of our clients. Okay, the legal staff or the clerks or secretaries or lawyers are the ones who are updating the details of the party. You guys are keying in the file details. Okay. So please, you have to update all the details. You must get the TIN of your client, of your parties, okay, that you are representing. Otherwise, accounts department cannot submit e-invoice. You have to get it. The responsibility is yours. Okay? You need to update the full details. Clear? Okay. So incomplete means party's information is incomplete. Submitted, number 3, indicates the invoice has passed initial structure validation but awaits additional validation to be completed. Validation is by LHDN. Okay. Once validated, then you get the message back valid. Okay. I'll share with you. Okay. In a while. Okay. My invoice or e-invoice status. E-invoice also known as my invoice. Okay. But however, it's commonly known as e-invoice. Okay. There are 4 status. Okay. When you are submitting your e-invoice. Okay. There are 4 status. Valid means bagus. Okay. Good. It denotes a successful invoice validation. Can be used as a proof of income for the supplier once the document becomes valid. Valid means you have successfully transmitted or sent over the e-invoice to LHDN. sudah submit, you have successfully submitted the e-invoice to LHDN, and then okay, the document UUID will appear. That means the confirmation number will appear in the software, in Denning software, which I will show you later. Okay. Second status, yeah, invalid. Invalid indicates a submitted invoice with validation issue. Okay, a taxpayer can choose to edit the invoice, fix the errors, and resubmit the e-invoice for validation. So you got to rectify the issue lah. Okay, kalau if the message after you have submitted the e-invoice and and you see the status as invalid, okay, it means it was not submitted successfully, not successful. Okay, could be an error in the information of the client or party. TIN number tak betul, BRN tak betul, and all that. Okay, you have to go and double check. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, I just share with you example. Yeah, existing clients, we have some existing clients who have started using e-invoice since 1st July. Okay, they insisted the TIN provided by the client was correct. Client said to them correct, and then they sent messages to us that client is given the correct TIN, but it still status as incomplete. It still shows in our software incomplete. Okay. Okay. Back and forth. Then the clerk, okay, of our client, she double checked again with the client. Client admitted that he provided a wrong TIN number. Satu digit salah. Okay. Therefore, please, you have to key in correctly. Please double check with your client, triple check apa-apa. Make sure that after you have keyed the TIN, okay, it is completed. You see the status, which I will show you later. Okay. Cancel. 65 and e-invoice have been cancelled by the issuer within 72 hours. E-invoice yang telah disubmit, which you have submitted, okay, can be cancelled within 72 hours. 72 hours, yeah, is by calendar days, bukan working days, yeah. Okay, that means if you submitted the e-invoice on Friday, you must cancel by Sunday, latest 72 jam. Okay, you cannot wait until come back to office on Monday to cancel. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, by calendar days, 72 hours, bukan by working days. Bukan by working days, maknanya it doesn't take into account of cuti, okay, public holiday and so on. Okay. Valid rejected. Law firms, your client has personally, okay, rejected the e-invoice in the MindTax portal. Then the message will appear valid. You submitted valid, but it was rejected by your client lah, by themselves in their own tax portal. Okay, clear, guys? Then probably you see the accounts. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on all this happening in your office. Okay, accounts department or the staff themselves, because your staff also can see the bill listing. Okay, open up. If they see this very rejected, please heads up to your lawyers or your partners or accounts. Okay, or accounts heads up. You update your colleague. Okay, kenapa tu? Okay, most likely your client has rejected the e-invoice. Clear, guys? Okay. All the status, valid, invalid, cancel, valid, rejected, will be shown in Denning's bill listing. View bill means you are viewing the existing bill yang you have submitted, or you have opened up the submitted bill from the bill listing. Okay, our bill listing, we have enhanced it. We have added in more columns to accommodate the e-invoice, okay, details and so on. Okay, the existing bill that you are viewing will also have the e-invoice details, this status as well. And my invoice document listing. My invoice document listing, number 3, is particularly the listing of the e-invoice that you have submitted. Okay. Number 4. Bill items. Okay. Denning IT will send updates to patch the classification code to the existing bill items in the bill item listing, okay, of your software, okay, in Denning 360. Okay. Therefore, when our help desk sends the updates, okay, the existing bill in the bill listing okay, in your firm's Danny 360 software will be updated. The existing bill items will be updated. Okay. However, after that, when you create a new bill item, you have to create it accordingly, correctly, okay, to incorporate or to adopt of how it has to be done with the codes and all that. Codes, so you notice the bill items will be changed, okay, some of it, tukar sikit, okay, updated practically, okay. Over here, okay, kindly take note. Over here, what we have done here, DA, number 2 here, you can see, okay. Kindly take note that Danning advice has been introduced. Sorry, disbursement advice. Pardon me, my mistake. Okay. Kindly take note that disbursement advice has been introduced to cater for the situation when a legal firm, that means our clients, does not want to include disbursement bill items in the e-invoice that is being submitted to LHDN. Okay. Therefore, the disbursement bill items should be excluded from the existing preset bill, and then create this bill item as non-bill items in the preset bill. That means in your existing preset bill, you remove the disbursement bill items. These are all like stamp duties, land office charges, okay, bankruptcy searches and all that. If your bankruptcy search that you have created, you are using at the moment in Danning software, okay, does not have, you did not include with SST, then this will also be in disbursement, will also be part of disbursement bill, okay. You remove them from your existing preset bill, then you create all these items, okay, in your as non-bill items, okay. For some firms, okay, listen carefully, okay, they still maintain this. Okay, we have came up with this enhancement, disbursement advice. We have came up with this enhancement, disbursement advice, okay, due to popular demand or request by clients who have been using, who have started using our software updates since July 1st. Okay, clients who have started, those who have started submitting e-invoice since July 1st, okay, using our software, okay, they have given updates and so on. Okay, due to popular demand, we have came up with this feature, disbursement advice. Okay, that means it's kept separate lah. Some of the bill items that you are using at the moment can be removed from e-invoice and it is be updated in DA. Okay. Okay. Practically, you got to create new bill items for those bill items that you want to be removed from your invoice and have them as DA, disbursement advice. Okay. So, like I mentioned, there's 2 scenarios. Okay. Some firms they want to remove all the land office charges. Okay, like entry of caveat, withdraw. Okay, entry of caveat, withdraw caveat, like okay, 19B, 19G lah. Okay, charge. Okay, 16A, discharge your charge 16N. Okay, private title search, official title search, stamp duties on MOT, stamp duty on SPA 4 copies. Remove all this and then create all this as disbursement advice. Okay, this is first scenario. Second scenario, okay, some firms are only excluding, removing the stamp duty on MOT and stamp duty on SPA. Or if you are doing tenancy agreements, stamp duty on tenancy agreements, stamp duty on the copies of tenancy agreement, all the items related to stamp duties, okay, remove from your existing preset bill and create them as disbursement advice, as non-bill items in disbursement advice. I will show you, okay, in a while. Okay, clear, guys? Okay. However, okay, listen carefully, however, okay, should your management decide to maintain status quo, that means, okay, management decide, okay, based on we suggest you all, highly recommend, to consult your accountant, your external accountant or auditor. Okay, which approach that you guys should adopt. Okay, okay. One is, okay, in your e-invoice, okay, you remove all the land office charges, stamp duties, remove all. Okay, like for litigation also, you remove all the kalau lah, the what is court filing fee and all that, which have no SSTs and so on. Okay, okay, and add them as DAs. Okay, or okay, you have all the land office charges, even court filing fees in your existing invoice, but you only remove the stamp duties items, and then create the stamp duty as DA, disbursement advice. Okay, or you create them as non-bill items. They will be in the section of disbursement advice. Sorry, you create them as non-bill items, and then these non-bill items will be, okay, appearing in disbursement advice section. Okay, okay, clear, guys? Please consult your accountant or auditor. Okay, third option, yeah, or third way to move forward. Okay, you maintain status quo, meaning to say you maintain your preset bill as it is, and okay, has professional fees items, have all the reimbursements items. Okay, they have the disbursement items as well. Okay, semua standard, and you submit your e-invoice, okay, exactly the same as what your invoices has. That means you submit your e-invoice together with the stamp duties, okay, land office charges semua sekali. Okay, maintain status quo. Then you don't have to do any changes on your existing preset bills. Clear, guys? However, before you decide on this, please consult with your accountant, your auditors and so on. Management has to make a call lah, decide. Boleh ya? Okay? Okay. And since Denning, we have enhanced our software with disbursement advice. Okay, particularly this disbursement advice will carry the non-bill items. Okay, therefore the non-bill items, okay, that we have, okay, updated our software will carry the same code, disbursement bill item codes, which is 006. Okay, before I go to that, sorry, I missed that this okay. Okay, the three classification code that law firm will be using, and that is, you can see, if you once you see the software is updated in your classification code. Okay, you click on the drop down menu, you'll see a long list of classification code that is been, okay, created by government, LHDN, and provided to businesses, and then businesses must adopt the correct classification code according to their industry lah, for their businesses. Okay, and for legal firms, okay, these three are the one that to be used. Okay, classification code, professional fee, it comes on the classification code is 022. You select others. 022 is others. You use this for your all the fee items. Fee items, some call it sale and purchase agreement, some call it professional fees, okay, some call it professional charges and so on. Okay, the classification code to be used will be 022. All the fee items, all the fee items use this classification code 022. Okay, and after the updates, you will see in your software, right? Okay, currently after professional fee, we have with disbursement disbursement with tax. In Denning software, currently you see disbursement with tax. Those items, bill items that has SST. Currently in Denning software, the Denning 360 software, it is labeled as disbursement with tax. Okay. After the updates, you will see it will be changed to reimbursements. Reimbursement. We will use the same terminology as what LHDN uses. Okay. Reimbursement will replace disbursement with tax. Therefore, the reimbursements bill items, codes will be 027 027. Clear? Disbursement will remain disbursements. Okay, disbursement bill items, it will remain disbursements. The code will be 006 006. Only these three you guys should know. Okay. Okay. additional bill item type. Okay, since we have created disbursement advice, okay, to allow law firms, yeah, to exclude stamp duties from the submission of your e-invoice, or you exclude stamp duty together with all the land office charges, okay, or for legal firms, probably don't include the court charges and all that, which have no SSTs and all that, okay. But all this, yeah, before you decide, please consult your accountant or your auditors, yeah, how to go about it, okay. So to adopt all this, okay, with the non-bill items, okay, in trading software, when you create a non-bill items, okay, please adopt the code or use the code 006, which is the same as disbursement bill item. Okay, non-bill items will also use the same code as disbursement bill item, 006. Okay, code is the classification code lah. Class code is the classification code, yeah. Okay, clear, guys? So only these three codes that we classification code that we will be using lah. Okay. Okay, creating preset bills. Okay. Okay. So when you create preset bill for a new preset bill, okay, you maintain the same method at the moment, let me see, same method means to create preset bill, you click on billing, you click on preset bill listing, and then you click plus, then you give a title to your preset bill lah. Okay, description is the title of the preset bill. Okay, you select state. Okay, usually you select state for those preset bill that you use for your conveyancing matters, sub-sales, okay, projects and so on. Okay, you do that. Okay, for LITI you select LITI, or for state, sorry, for LITI you select probably is common state, applied to all the states. Okay, depending on we use the logics lah. Okay, category you select accordingly. Category conveyancing or LITI or estate and admin or family matters, divorce and all that. Okay, you select accordingly. Okay. Okay. When you click on the plus button to create a new bill item, okay, move to page number 6. Okay. Upon clicking on plus, okay, bill item listing will opens up. Okay. Okay, it opens up. Okay. Proceed to search the required bill item by typing the description in the find field. Okay. This is creating preset bill, You select the bill item. Okay. Okay. You do a search, that means you find the bill item that you require. And if the bill item is available in the bill item listing, double click on the bill item listing that was searched to be added in the preset bill. This is how you're doing currently, okay? Repeat this section till all the required bill items are added in the preset bill. Okay. However, if the required bill is not available, click on plus button to create or add a new bill item. Okay. If you want to add in a new bill item which is not available in the existing bill listing, okay, you got to create a new bill item. When you click on plus, okay, okay, when you click on plus here, okay, a new Windows or interface opens up, add bill item opens up. Okay. Okay, this is where you create a new bill item. Okay. Then you got to select, upon clicking on the circle, of the type of bill items, i.e. professional fees, reimbursements, disbursement, non-bill and non-bill item. You notice here, non-bill item on the right. This is the new category that we have added in to cater for disbursement advice. Okay. Clear, guys? Okay. So we make it easier a little here. Okay. Make it easier. okay, so that you have less click when you are creating a new bill item. Okay, you have less clicks here. Okay, therefore when you click on professional fee, okay, automatically the classification code, the 3 items here, okay, sorry, the item code will be a running number. You can see over in my example, yeah, I click on professional fee, item code is F1217. It's a running number created by the software. Okay, then second, classification code will be updated automatically, and the SST settings will be updated automatically as well. Okay, if you click on reimbursement, if you are creating a new bill item related to reimbursement, similarly classification code, the item code, classification code, and SST setting will be updated automatically. Same thing goes with reimbursement, non-bill items. Okay, then you proceed to key in the description of the new bill item that you are creating. Okay, unit, default unit lah. Okay, you change it accordingly lah. Okay, state. Okay, if the bill item, if applicable to a specific state, then you select Selangor, Penang, Johor, KL, and so on. Category, whether it's conveyancing, liti, and so on. Okay, those who have been creating preset bills or creating new bill items, you are aware of this. Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned here, proceed to key in the description of the bill item. Okay, the default price, how much is it, default unit. Okay, and select the state. Okay, like I mentioned just now. Okay, and if the bill item applies to all the states, you select the state as common. Boleh? Okay. Then you click on save, the bill item will be updated. Okay. Here, okay, why I added this step here, yeah? Inherit from, okay, because when I conduct training, even sometimes, okay, support request comes in, how to create a bill item which has a formula, okay, assuming you are creating a new bill item, okay, which uses the same formula as the purchase price, or the loan amount, of stamp duties, or secondary loan documents, okay, like secondary loan documents, power of attorney, and all that. Okay, you will need to create a new bill items. Okay, especially this okay, if related to conveyancing folks, conveyancing departments, assuming you're doing subset and you need to create a new bill item, ijara agreement for Islamic loan document kan. Okay, how do you do it? Okay, how do you do it? Next page here. Okay, you can see here. For example, the new bill item that is being created here is ijara agreement. Okay, which is actually a secondary loan document. It is used by one of the banks. This description, yeah. Okay, could be any other Islamic loan agreement or any other bill items, yeah, that you are creating, and you need to adopt the same formula of the existing bill item that is available in Denning software. Okay. Okay, assuming it's ijara agreement, add an existing bill which have the same formula, okay, in the inherit from field. The one I'm adopting or adding in the existing bill with the same formula is secondary loan documents. This related, okay, to ijara agreement. It uses the same formula. So I'll select this. This is where you add in the, okay, the existing bill items which has the same formula for the new bill item that you are creating. This is how you do it. Boleh guys? Okay. Type in the description. Of course, the SST setting 8% lah if a professional fee item. Go accordingly. Okay. Then you click save. Kaudim done. Okay. Then you can add into your preset bill. Okay. So I'm going to show you now on your existing preset bill. How do you change them? Okay. If you have the preset bill, okay, and you need to create some of the existing bill items, okay, as a non-bill item, so such that it appears in your DA, and it will not be included in your existing invoice that you are submitting, that you are using your existing invoice to submit the e-Invoice. Okay, how do we do that? Yeah, okay, I will bring you to the software. I'll do it live now. Okay. Okay, you go to billing, okay, you go to preset bill listing, you open up okay, any of the existing preset bill that you need to change. I'm going to choose one of it, yeah. Okay. Subset with title, Pahang. Okay. Sorry, this I've done yesterday. Okay, you can see here, okay, this preset bill, okay, has, as per current method, yeah, has fees, reimbursements, and disbursements. Okay, assuming I need to change all these bill items to non-bill items such that it can be included in our DA, disbursement advice. How do I do that? Okay, click on edit. Very important, yeah, the person who are actually creating the preset bills, you have to do this. Okay, I want to remove all these, yeah. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, you have to remove them one by one. Left click, right click, remove item. Those who have access or creating preset bill, okay, you do this. Okay, then you create new ones. Okay, as disbursement as non-bill items. Sorry, non-bill items. What do? Click new items. Okay, click plus, click non-bill item. Okay, once you click non-bill item, okay, description, okay, land office fee, okay, noting of PA, okay, assuming it's 30 ringgit. You notice, I've selected non-bill items. The classification class code or classification code have been updated, and then the SSC setting is 0. Okay, default price assuming it's 30 ringgit. Okay, done. State you select accordingly. This is Pahang. I will just select Pahang. Click close. Enter. Double click, yeah. You see it's being updated. It's being added in. Okay. Second, affirmation. Example, yeah. Okay, assuming is you are charging client say 10 ringgit. Okay, non-bill item 10 ringgit, unit 1. Okay, click save, close, double click, set it in. Okay, official title search, private title search, which I'm going to do now. Okay, click plus. Okay, assuming it's 50 ringgit. Click save, close, double click, edit in. Next one is private title search. Click plus, click non-bill item. assuming it's 30 ringgit. Click save, click close. Okay. And then the next one, probably I'm going to have two items. Okay, I'm going to have two items. I'm just going to mix match just to show you guys. Okay. Stamp duty on SPA. Click plus. The 4 copies here. Non-bill items. Okay, 10 ringgit each. This is your cost. Okay, default unit is 4. Okay, click save, double click. Okay, click plus. The last one I'm going to create say stamp duty on MOT. Borang 14A lah. Okay, I'm just going to name it stamp duty on MOT. You name it accordingly as how you use it in your office at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Don't key in the default price, because this bill item, okay, that is being created under as a non-bill item, has a formula. Okay. So you got to inherit existing bill items of stamp duty, okay, which has the same formula. Okay, in our software is stamp duty on MOT, the code D0137. This is the one that you guys have been using lah. Okay, click inherit from field, then you find this, click. Boleh? Clear guys? Click save, click close, double click. Okay, done. And I'm going to just share a quick one. Those who are doing like secondary loan documents or the subsidy loan documents, macam tadi beritahu ijara agreement, click non-bill item, you click type. Sorry, ijara agreement, sorry, that is a professional fee. Okay, you're not gonna with the formula. Okay, this is okay. Inherit, okay, with the secondary loan document F0075. This is the code of the existing bill item that is available. Click save. Okay, it's been created. Then you can add into your preset bill of the loan documents Islamic loan document that uses this bill item. Boleh guys? So if the bill item has a formula, you know, type will be, okay, fees. Sorry, it fees. Okay, sorry, the formula checkbox will be ticked. Okay, and the type here, you notice with non-bill item, okay, it will be N. R is reimbursements, D will be disbursement, and N is the non-bill items. And then the item code for non-bill items will also start, the running number will start with N. Norway, reimbursement is R. Okay, disbursement is D. You can see, reimbursement is R. These are the running number, how it starts. Clear guys? Okay. Fee as normal, F. Tak ada tukar lah. Okay. Close. Then you click save. Okay. So once you have done that, okay, you notice now this preset bill has fees, reimbursements, okay, disbursement is 0, no disbursement item, all have been replaced to as non-bill items. Okay, which will then appear in the disbursement advice section when you submit your, even when you issue the quotation, okay, it will be appearing as disbursement advice and so on. Invoice, okay, will appear that, which I show you in a while, okay. Clear, guys? This is how you do it, okay. Okay. Let's go to our manual. Okay, manual is open, yeah. Okay. This is what I shown you just now. E-Invoice. Okay. Now is where we're going to learn how to issue e-Invoice. Okay. Or how you submit e-Invoice. Okay. In this example, okay, the e-Invoice that is being submitted, okay, has professional fee, reimbursement, disbursements item. That means, okay, in this 6.1 example, okay, I'm going to show you, if you maintain status quo, you do not want to have non-bill items which will appear in the disbursement advice section. You tak nak non-bill items. You want to maintain status quo. Status quo meaning as it is. Okay, in your normal invoice you still want to maintain professional fees, reimbursements and disbursements, rather than disbursement replaced with disbursement advice. You tak nak macam tu. You still want to maintain status quo. How do you submit? Okay. Okay. I'll bring you to this in a while, yeah. Okay, we'll issue the quotation first. Okay, let's go to the software, yeah. Okay. Okay, I've prepared files here earlier, yeah. Okay, open up files earlier. This single party, yeah. That means one purchaser. The preset bill that I'm using, SPA with title Selangor, okay. Sorry, Pahang. Okay. And this preset bill has, okay, professional fees, reimbursements and disbursements. Do not have non-bill. Okay. Maintain status quo lah, meaning to say, okay. So all the legal staff, secretaries or lawyers who are issuing quotations, yeah, okay. As you know, in the file itself, you click on Q to issue quotation. Okay. Okay. So then you zoom in, you see the bill items, professional fee items, okay. All the charges have been auto-calculated, those with formulas, legal fees, reimbursements, disbursements, okay. Non-bill 0. This first example I'm going to show you is maintain status quo, okay. Fees, reimbursements, disbursements, okay. I'm not going to apply any discounts, maintain the same amount, yeah. You can do discounts when you go live, lah, okay. Okay, you guys know how to do it. You can type remarks, okay. Any remarks that you want. Okay, click save. Click on the printer button. Okay, these are my personal details here, guys. Okay. Do not share with anyone else. Okay, these are confidential, yeah. Otherwise, I cannot submit the e-invoice even during testing period. Okay. Okay. At the top will be your firm's name, followed by bill to whom. Okay. The ID number or the IC number of your client, the TIN will appear. Okay. Email, if you have key in the party details, it will appear as well. Okay. Phone number, either one is important. Yeah? If you have key Mobile number, house phone number, office number, and fax, all four will appear as well. Okay. On the right, quotation number, we maintain the same. Okay. Quotation date will remain. Your firm's SSC registration number will appear. Matter, or previously or file, it's stated as file. File number. Now we just change it to matter. M-A-T-T-E-R, matter, yeah. Okay. The system running number and also the file number 2 will appear as well. Okay, and the matter, the name. Okay. So we don't have the file name or file number or file name. Matter will carry 3 information. One is the file number 2, the manual file reference number that you have. Okay. And then followed by, it will have the system running number followed by the manual file reference number and then the name of the party, which is bill to whom lah. Okay. If the bill you are issuing to the second party could be another person's name, but in the matter section on the right, it will appear the first party's name, the primary client's name. The primary client's name. Okay. In the matter section here on the right, okay. You can see this is okay as it is. Okay. That means we are not going. I'm not using in this example. I'm not using DA, disbursement advice. Professional fees, reimbursements, and disbursements. So the current description here, label in Jennings software that you have in your office, okay, it's stated a disbursement with tax. Okay, it will be replaced with reimbursements. Okay, and you notice every bill item will have the tax code 022 for professional fees, reimbursement 027, and disbursement is 006. Non-bill will be 006 as well. Clear, guys? Okay. Then usually we print a PDF copy, will be saved in the file folder. Yeah. Okay. Click close. Okay. Let's go to the file folder. It's done. A PDF copy is saved. Okay. Quotation is updated. The first one. Okay. I'll double click. I'll open up this quotation. Okay. I'm not going to convert to invoice first. Let's go to the manual. Yeah. Refer to your manual first, please. Okay. Okay. So once your colleague from the legal department, the legal secretaries, legal clerks, lawyers, and so on, they have submitted the quotation. Okay, they have finalized the quotation and then they submit the hard copies to the accounts department. Yeah. Okay. You got instruction from them to convert the quotation to an invoice. Okay, of course, then you will search the quotation from your quotation listing and convert them to invoice, correct? Okay, once you have converted to invoice, okay, or bill, this is what you will see. Okay, okay, then you will check whether the conversion is done correctly and so on. You save. This is what you will see. Yeah, once you have saved it, okay. Then you see the submit at the bottom. Look at the bottom of the screenshot. Yeah, this is what we have added in e-Invoice section, just below the bill analysis. We have created this. These are the updates. Okay. It will have submission, the labels. Document UUID, that is the confirmation number of the e-Invoice being submitted. My invoice status. On the right, issued at what time, submitted at what time, valued at what time. By time, you notice time later after I submitted, yeah, it will be updated by the second, date and time by the second, yeah. By saat akan appear lah, okay. Berapa saat apa yang di submit, okay, by the second, okay. Once you have saved it, accounts executive, how do you submit it to LHDN? It's pretty simple. Just click on the submit button. Okay, the status here, you see submission status has to be ready. If it appears incomplete, you cannot submit. Even you click submit 1,000,000 times, you cannot submit. Then what you need to do is you have to go and check what was the error. Okay, probably the party's profile was not updated correctly, missing the mobile number, okay, or the TIN number, okay, was not correct, or the TIN number was not updated. Okay, you have to go and complete it, or get your colleague who was in charge of the file, they need to complete it. Okay, So meaning to say, if you see the submission status, okay, not ready or incomplete, the green color dot will appear in yellow color, incomplete yellow color dot. Okay, do not waste time to click submit. Straight away go and check the profile of the party. Okay, complete the profile of the party or make the necessary corrections. Okay, once you have done it, then you come back, you see the status will be changed, submission status will be changed to ready, and then the dot on the right side of ready will be in green color. Okay, once you have submitted and then it's submitted successfully, okay, the reply you get from LHDN, it will be updated in the software itself. It will be updated in this section, e-Invoice section. Yeah, okay, once you have clicked submitted, this is what it appears. Submission status will indicate submitted. Okay, document UUID is the unique identifier number. Okay, it's a long number, yeah, many characters. Okay, which is the unique identification of the e-invoice, will be updated as well. My invoice status will indicate valid. Valid means submitted successfully. Okay, submitted successfully. Okay, clear? Dah lepas successfully. Okay, then issued at what time? By the 2nd, AM or PM. Submitted at what time? Okay, validated at what time? Okay, clear guys? Okay, once you submitted successfully, the message appears valid. Okay, you click on the magnifying glass, the magnifier beside valid. Yeah, you can see here the arrow in your manual. Click on it to open up the e-invoice interface. The screenshot below shows the submitted my invoice document. My invoice, okay, the e-invoice. Okay, you open up. Okay, top will be the bill number, running number, my invoice status, valid will appear, and so on. Submitted date and time will appear as well. Get the full details. Okay, on the left will be the supplier's information, particularly your firm's information. On the right, the buyer, your client's information, or to whom you have, okay, who's under whose name you have issued the invoice to, or to whom you have issued the invoice to lah. Okay, you click on the print button, then okay, to preview the submitted e-invoice to LHDN. Okay, this is how it appears. Okay, just enlarge this. Okay, and the bottom right, okay, in this screenshot is not available. Bottom right, you will see a QR code. QR code will be there at the bottom right. Later in the following screenshots you will see. Okay, QR code will be there. Okay, so after you have submitted your e-invoice, the process that we recommend to our clients, okay, after you have submitted the e-invoice, only then, selepas itu baru you go and finalize the invoice. Okay, then only you go and finalize the bill. Okay, the reason being because, okay, assuming you have submitted you are trying to submit the e-invoice in the evening lah, you are rushing before 6, you not submit. Okay, tak lepas, you have not submitted successfully. Okay, however, before you submitted the invoice, what you did was you went to finalize the existing the bill. You finalize in Denning. You finalize dulu, tapi e-invoice you are trying to submit later. After you have finalized, you are trying to submit the e-invoice. Okay, it was not submitted through successfully, and then you after few tries tak lepas. There could be few reasons. Okay, probably the traffic is high and so on. Tak lepas. And then you decided tunggu dah lama dah tunggu tak lepas, banyak klik submit, tak lepas juga. Then you have to rush back. Okay, you knock off for the day, you log off your PC semua, balik. What will happen here? Okay, the invoice that you have finalized in Denning, the normal bill, will have today's date, 27 hari bulan November 11, 2025. But when you come back tomorrow, you submit the e-invoice successfully, your e-invoice will carry the date of 28 November. So tak consistent lah, tak sama lah. Okay, you don't want that to happen. Okay, therefore we advise you, okay, finalize your your normal bill or invoice in Denning after you have successfully submitted the e-invoice. However, if you still insist on finalizing the normal invoice and then only you want to submit your e-invoice, you can do it as well. This is recommendation from us lah. So that you don't have to like do reverse posting later and semua. Make sure your e-invoice itu correctly submitted correctly, successfully, baru you go and finalize. Tetapi kalau you nak finalize dulu, selepas tu baru nak submit e-invoice, you can do it as well. Okay, I'm showing here the example I'm showing here in this training is, okay, I submitted the e-invoice first, then only I came back, open up the invoice by clicking on the printer button. All the accounts executive, right? You are familiar with this, right? Click on the printer button. Okay, then you will see the invoice. Okay, is yet to be finalized lah. Then you go and come here, and you tick the checkbox at the top, finalize and post to office account. Once you finalize, then all the accounting entries will be posted lah, the double entries. Okay, clear, guys? Clear, yeah, guys? Everyone? Okay, the watermark draft will disappear as well. Okay, QR code, okay, will appear at the bottom right of the normal invoice as well. Okay, your e-invoice will have the QR code, the normal invoice pun akan ada QR code at the bottom right corner. If my example is 2 pages lah, okay, boleh guys, okay, your clients can scan the QR code, is submitted successfully, then you can see the status. Okay. Okay, second example now I'm going to show you, okay, I'll go back to the software. Okay, we issue the e-invoice. I'm going to show you now, okay, in the software. Okay, so now accounts, let's do it practical, let's do it in practical, okay. Okay, one party. Okay, you can see the screen here. Accounts date, what you do. Once you get the instruction, from your colleagues, legal department, to convert the quotation to invoice. This is what you do. And those legal department, secretaries, clerks, lawyers, you are watching, right? Okay, you are in this training. This is what your accounts colleague will do from the accounts department, accounts executive. They click on this bill button, the left button on top left. I've clicked it. Okay, it's being converted to a bill or the invoice. Okay, this first example I'm using is all the bill items are in professional fee, reimbursement and disbursement. Belum, if not a non-bill, belum ada lagi. Okay, your accounts will check for accuracy of data. Your accounts executive will do this. I check semua betul, certified, click save. Okay, account executive, only one extra step. Okay, we make it simple, easy for you to submit e-invoice. You can see at the bottom here, e-invoice section. Just make sure the submission status is ready. If it is incomplete, the dot is in yellow or orange color, or yellow or orange. Okay, don't force yourself to submit and all that. Jangan. Okay. Inform your colleague who is in charge of the issuing the quotation of the file. Please go and confirm the team number or all the personal detail of the party. Okay, make sure it's correct. Okay, assuming semua betul, no issue, submission status is ready. Click on submit. Click sekali cukup sekali, bukan double click. Click once. Click only once. Click. Wait few seconds. Okay, great. Okay. We are connected to LHDN test server So, okay, the message came in within few seconds. You notice here, submission status submitted. Okay, kalau invalid ke, okay, all that issues, then you got to check kenapa, okay. My status valid. Okay, kalau invalid, then you got to check kenapa lah. Okay, Probably the status study ready, but when you're submitting, was invalid. Okay, what happened is invalid. Okay, then you just click submit again. Just wait few seconds and click submit. I hope later, after I click once, I show few examples. Probably after one click was not submitted successfully. Wait few seconds. Okay, like 4-5 seconds later, or after 5 seconds, you click submit again. Okay, then it will be status be valid. Sometimes when you click the first time, you submit. Okay, it's not submitted successfully. There could be few reasons. Probably the traffic is high. Okay, wait 5 seconds. Need to have some patience. Yeah, submit. Also could be due to your internet connection. Your side, okay, transmitting time, internet connection is not good. Some issues. Okay, be patient. Yeah, okay, clear. Submitted successfully. Now I'm going to view the document. Yeah, click on the magnifier or magnifying glass. The my invoice or e-invoice document appears here. Okay, bill number you can see on the left, submitted date, document UUID, document type is the invoice, submission ID, all these number IDs given by LHDN. Okay, suppliers information, your firm's information on the left, buyer's information on the right. Okay, these are all the bill items which has professional fee, reimbursement and disbursements. Then you want to view the e-invoice that have been submitted. Click on the printer button on top left. Okay, I will enlarge this. Okay, this is the e-invoice. Okay, this is all the information required in e-invoice. Government requires for businesses to be included. Okay, all the information of the parties that is required to be included. Okay, they are all here. Semua ada. Okay. Currency pun kena ada lah. In Malaysia we use Malaysian ringgit, MYR on your right. Okay, buyer's contact information, email address, semua. Okay, all the bill items. Boleh? You see, bottom right there will be a QR code. Okay, your footers will be on the left here. Okay, there's no changes on that lah. Okay, unless you have make changes on the footers, then it will appear differently lah. Okay, then you click on print button. As per normal, your current practice, you print 1 or 2 copies and so on. Okay, a PDF copy will be saved in the folder, in the files folder. Okay. Okay. Once e-invoice submitted successfully, then you click on the printer button on the top left. Yeah, as per what you are doing now, your current practice. Yeah. Okay, I will enlarge this further, 200%. Okay. Invoice. You notice. Okay. Satisfied. QR code is also there on the bottom right corner. Okay. You tick finalize and post to office account. Done. Okay. Print 2-3 copies, as many as you need lah. Okay. I'm not printing. Yeah. Okay. Done. Let's look at the file folder. Okay, all the documents are there. Invoice, the normal invoice, e-invoice. You can double click, open up and print and so on for your client even from here. Yeah, e-invoice and also the quotations that I issued earlier. Okay, clear guys? Okay, the ledgers are posted as well. The ledger is posted, receivable ledger. Okay, clear. Okay, one party. Okay, then I'm going to show you now. Let's go to the manual. Yeah. Okay, if you have 2 parties, or shall I show you on one party? Okay, let's go to manual. Okay, over here. Okay, how to issue e-invoice without disbursements items. Okay, how to issue e-invoice without disbursement items. Okay, in this example I'm going to show you, okay, how you do it. Okay, or shall I show you on split? Okay, later. Okay, 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 in this example e-invoice that is being submitted has only professional fee and reimbursement item, whereas disbursement item will be, okay, in the DA section. Okay, DA section. Okay, user can issue the tax invoice and DA to client either in one document, which consists of okay, professional fees, reimbursements items, and non-bill items. Okay, that means the non-bill items, okay, reimbursement, professional fee, all three categories, okay, you can print out in one document, or you issue two separate documents to your client, which is the first the first document, okay, the invoice, which has only professional fee and reimbursement item, and the second document is a disbursement advice, which has the non-bill items. Okay, okay, it's up to you, or management make a call, make a decision. If either you want to issue only one document which consists of okay, professional fees, reimbursement, and disbursement advice, all three in one, or okay, you want to issue or sorry, not issue, you submit or you give to your clients two separate documents. The first document has professional fee and reimbursements, second document has disbursement advice. Okay, okay, this example we're going to use DA, disbursement advice. Kindly take note that when user converts quotation to invoice, okay, the DA will be finalized automatically. However, the invoice will not be finalized. Okay, when you convert a quotation to invoice, you can see here the checkbox here. Okay, this is to save you from extra clicks and all that. Okay, okay, you convert quotation to invoice. Okay, then similarly at the bottom, okay, status, submission status has to be ready. Only then you click submit. If incomplete, jangan submit. Don't try to beat the system Okay, jangan You click submit, then it will be submitted. Similarly, okay, upon clicking submit, following items will be updated. Okay, submission status will be indicate submitted. Okay, document UUID will be updated. My invoice status will be updated. Okay, then you can click on the magnifier. Okay, you can click on this magnifying glass to open up the My Invoice document that you have submitted. First, the interface will open up. Okay, then you click on the print button top left, like what I did just now. Okay, then you click on print. You notice, okay, when you click on print, of the QR code will be appearing at the bottom. Okay, okay, then you come back. Okay, to the software. Okay, you click on print to open up the bill or the invoice, which has professional fee, reimbursement, and non-bill items in one document, and proceed to finalize the bill or invoice. Okay, over here. Okay, and then you tick the checkbox as what you are doing now. Okay, just tick the checkbox. The invoice or the bill will be finalized. Okay, this option you can see. You can see in the screenshot. Okay, if you are going to replace the disbursement items with what we call non-bill items, disbursement advice. Okay, non-bill items, okay, it will be stated as, you can see at the bottom, disbursement bracket non-bill items. Clear, guys? Okay? Okay. Once you have finalized it, okay, the QR code will appear at the bottom lah. Clear, guys? Okay. And then the next page, page number 18. I'm just going to show you on theory first. I'm going to explain on theory. Okay. Second scenario, okay, whereby you do not want to have the non-bill items or disbursement advice as one document together with the professional fees and reimbursements. What do? You have option here. You want to print two different documents here. What you do is you click on the print button here in the bill analysis section. Clicking on print in the bill analysis section, okay, then the invoice which has only professional fee and reimbursement items will appear, and the QR code will appear as well lah. Okay, then you click finalize. Sorry, it has been finalized. Okay, it has been finalized. Okay, you print this out, which has only professional fee and reimbursement items. Okay. And then once you have print the professional fee and reimbursement item, the invoice here, then you proceed to click on the print button in the DA section, disbursement advice section. Okay, click print, then you print the disbursement advice. DA will also have the same QR code lah. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, boleh ya? Okay, I'm good. Let's do practically. I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay, in the software. Okay. And we just change the preset bill, yeah. Six, 2, 3, 3 done. I'll show you on the split bill later, yeah, guys. Okay, show you this. Okay. This preset bill I'm using here, okay, has non-bill items which will appear in the disbursement advice section. Okay, so I'm going to issue a quotation now. Okay, all the staff, yeah, legal staff, legal clerks, legal secretary, okay, lawyers, partners, we issue quotations. Click on Q. Okay, you see below here at quotation analysis section, yeah, professional fees, reimbursements, disbursement is 0 because I've switched all the disbursement items, replace them with non-disbursement items. Okay, click on either one of the 4 magnifying glass. Previously was only 3. With the update you'll see there will be 4 magnifying glass on the right. Click either one of them, then you open up the bill item listing. fees, items, reimbursements. Okay, you notice here, yeah, okay, we have added few more columns, extra columns here, few more columns to cater for e-invoice, the classification codes, okay, tax type, or few more extra columns, they are here, okay, split unit, okay, unit price, okay, split unit, okay, that will be updated automatically, guys. Later when I issue e-invoice to two parties, okay, then your invoice will have to be to two parties lah, okay. When you split to two parties, the split unit will be updated automatically. Okay, in order for you to apply the discounts and so on, right? Okay, you use ORI unit field, column, sorry, ORI unit. Tolong tulis, previously, currently in your software, before updates, it is status as unit. Unit saja, unit, kita tambah ORI unit. You use ORI unit, okay, to change the unit number lah. Assuming if for conveniencing you are giving 25% discount, ORI you type 0.75. Okay, clear, guys? Okay. I'm just going to make normal. Okay. Click close. Click save. Okay. You print out as normal, as what you are doing now. Okay. You notice here at the top, okay, professional fees, you see in the quotation, yeah, professional fees, reimbursements. All the bill items will have the codes, okay, for e-invoice, professional fees 022, reimbursement 027, disbursement non-bill items, okay. Clear? It will not carry codes because we are not submitting to e-invoice as okay in the e-invoice. Okay. Below here, okay, tax type you will notice over here lah. So service tax, the summary will be at bottom left. Will be at the bottom left. Just print. So the process is the legal department, you all print a copy, okay. Get the lawyers to sign and so on. Then you submit to your accounts department. Accounts department, what do? Click billing, click quotation listing. You open up the quotation that have been submitted to you. Okay, you find the quotation listing, double click, open up. Okay, check for accuracy of data, make sure all is correct. Professional fees. Okay, reimbursements, okay, and non-bill. Okay, like for some firms, you only want to have stamp duties of your non-bill items, but land office charges, the rest of the land office charges, okay, as disbursement items, you can do it as well. Okay, close. Okay, accounts. Then you click on red button, bill it, top left. Okay. Conversion, you check again, conversion of done correctly or not from quotation to invoice. Fees, reimbursements. Okay. You notice here, yeah? Now in your invoice, okay, you only see fees and reimbursement. Non-bill items, which is disbursement, non-bill items, which will be in your disbursement advice. Okay, you check in your disbursement advice section. Okay, that disbursements has been replaced as disbursement advice. So at the bottom here, can you see? Below here, disbursement advice analysis. You click on the magnifying glass on the right. click on it. This will be the, you can check over here, all the disbursement advice items, the non-bill items lah. Okay, certified, no mistakes. Okay, click close, click save, click close, and then you click on save. Okay, submission status is ready. I'll click submit. Okay, now you see, this is what I wanted it to happen like this. You see my invoice status is stated as submitted. It is not valid. Okay, that means, okay, it's not confirmed yet. What you do, wait for around 5 seconds, you click update status. Click on update status. I've clicked. Now you see your change to valid. Okay, guys? Don't click many times, okay? Double click. No, you don't double click here to submit, just single click. Then you wait few seconds. If the status appears, my invoice status appears as valid in green color, good. Submitted successfully. However, if the my invoice status appears barcode will be created automatically in your invoices, which I will show you in a while. Okay, I'll show you on the QR code lah. It's not a barcode, QR code. Okay, someone posted a question, how can they get the barcode? It's not a barcode actually, it's called QR code. Will appear automatically, okay, at the bottom right corner of your e-invoice and also the normal invoice, bottom right corner. Okay, done. I click on the magnifying glass. Okay, and then you click on the printer button. You notice the QR code at the bottom right corner of the e-invoice that has been submitted. Largely is 200%. See all the bill items here that have been submitted. You notice it's pretty short, the list is pretty short because those stamp duties, then office charges, I have removed them. Okay, it will be in my DA. You see the QR code on the bottom right corner. Okay, the footers will appear as normal. Okay, you click on print a copy, up to you, print 1, 2 or 3 copies. A PDF copy will be saved in the folder. Okay, then I go in and finalize my invoice. Okay, guys, you can finalize the, since in this example, okay, I have a normal invoice and a DA, disbursement advice. Okay, I can finalize. You notice here, disbursement advice, when accounts department, you convert the quotation to invoice, you see a disbursement advice analysis section. You see the checkbox on the right, finalize and post to office account. DA will be finalized automatically. Okay, you can still do changes on your tax invoice ke apa lah. Check for information. Okay, betul ke tak and all that. Okay, you can finalize, okay, your invoice at 2 places. One is you click on the existing the print button, which is at the top left. I will enlarge this. This is a status quo as normal now. Okay, at the top in the middle you can see finalize and post to office account. This is what you guys are doing now. You can do this. Okay, and if I print my invoice from the top print button, I click on the top of print button, what happened? This will be one document. Like I mentioned just now, when I did the theory part, you have option to include your invoice and disbursement advice all in one. You can save papers pun lah. Okay, save the trees. Okay, save papers. Notice the invoice and disbursement advice all in one document. Go down, professional fees, reimbursements, disbursements, non-bill item. Okay, QR code will be at the bottom. In my example, it's spill over to the second page lah. Okay, panjang sangat, too many bill items. Okay. Okay, you have option to finalize it here. Tick and click yes to finalize. I'm not going to. Okay, I show you. You have option to finalize. Kat sini pun bill analysis. Just what I've closed. You can see in the second section here. Bill analysis, bill number. The print button in the middle. Click on it. Okay. If you want to, okay, issue invoice which has only professional fee and reimbursements item. DA is not included, or the non-bill disbursement item is not included. Okay. No, someone posed a question, Pavitra. Okay. So meaning we have two invoices submitted to LHDN. No, you only have one. The e-invoice that was submitted just now. You only submit e-invoice to LHDN. These are the normal invoice that you use, okay, to submit to your clients, what you are using currently lah. Okay. Boleh? Finalize, and you can finalize from here. Okay. What happens here, if you finalize the normal invoice, okay, over here, or you finalize the normal invoice with disbursement advice together, right? What happened? Okay, both sections will be finalized automatically. You finalize it here, okay, the invoice and disbursement advice section, that means the top left printer button, you click that, okay, both the invoices will be finalized simultaneously together. You don't have to click twice. Okay, I'm going to show you now. I'm not finalizing here. I click on the printer button at top left. What you are doing now as per your current practice, the normal invoice. I will enlarge this 200%. Okay, clear? Click finalize. Top, at the top, click on finalize. Click yes. Okay, you can print 2-3 copies and so on. Okay, a PDF copy will be saved in the folder. You can see the finalized invoice and disbursement advice. 2 in 1. Okay, 2 in 1. Okay, probably you want to adopt this approach. You can save papers and save trees. However, management got to make a call, got to decide. Understand too? Okay. You notice I finalize in here. Okay, this button at top left. The bill or the invoice without the reimburse or without the disbursement, okay, or without the non-bill or disbursement advice will be finalized together automatically lah, serentak. Okay, QR code pun ada. Okay, the QR code is also there. Okay, clear guys? Okay, done. Okay, with this, let's look at the files ledger. Okay, receivables. Okay, I have a DA, receivables, and also a bill. So below you issue receipt later, you got to issue 2 receipts. If you use normal invoice and a DA, disbursement advice, okay, then you have to issue 2 receipts. Okay, when the client makes payment, the full amount 39,000, you got to issue 2 receipts. One each. For one is the bill, one is for the disbursement advice. Okay? Clear, yeah? Okay. Third scenario. Okay. Let's go to our manual. The training manual, yeah? split bill. Okay. How do you apply split bill? With e-Invoice, if you have like 2 purchases, 3 purchases, or your clients, you are doing litigation matter. Okay, you are representing the plaintiff, 2 plaintiff, 3 plaintiff. You got to bill them equal amount. Okay, how do you apply the split bill method? Okay, we have the split ratio here. Then software will auto calculate the amount. If you have 2 parties, it will split into equal half into 2 parties. If you have 3 parties you are billing to, okay, it will split into 1/3 for each. If you have 4 parties, you will split into quarter for 1 each. Quarter of the total bill amount, 4 parties. In my example, I'm going to show you 2 parties, split bill. Okay, 2 parties, split bill, yeah. Okay, how do you do that? Okay. Okay. Over here. Okay. In the event, okay, if a user needs to issue invoice, okay, or invoice to 2 parties with an example of equal amount, 50-50, yeah, okay, you can do so by clicking on split bill. That means you do this, yeah, okay, accounts got to do this, yeah, okay, accounts department, split bill, accounts department got to do this, yeah. One method that legal folks, legal department, the legal clerks, legal secretaries, lawyers and so on, you can adopt is when you're submitting the hard copy to your accounts department. You know, at the bottom the lawyers will sign first, which I recommended you guys to do. At the bottom of your invoice, you can type in split this bill into 2 parties. The names are 2 purchasers. Split this bill to 3 parties. The 3 purchasers. Or split this bill into 2 parties, 2 plaintiff ke, 2 defendant ke, macam mana. Okay, you may write down on the quotation, so then your accounts will know lah, split into 2 parties ke, 3 parties ke, mana satu. If you just beritahu, you inform them, you pick up the phone intercom, you inform them, okay, they might forget because they have, your account department have many bills, okay, for many quotation to convert to invoice, and they have other tasks as well. Okay, you may write down on the hard cover of your quotation that you are submitting to your accounts. Boleh guys? Okay? Probably if you have another mode of communication, you believe it's much more effective than what I'm recommending, then you adopt that. Okay, you practice that. Okay, clear? Okay. And now accounts, you have got the instruction, the quotation to you, you have converted quotation to invoice. Okay, you do this. My example to 2 parties, split into equal half. Split ratio, you click, by default is 1/1. By default, then you change it to 1/2. Okay? Once you change it to 1/2, then you click on save. Okay? You click on save. Okay? You notice here, in the screenshot, total amount of the e-invoice has reduced to half. From 36,000 plus, it changed to 18,000. Okay, you click save, then as what I showed you earlier, to submit the e-invoice, click on submit. The e-invoice section at the bottom, click on submit. Okay, once you click submit, assuming submitted successfully, okay, this is how the screen will appear. Okay, submission status will be shown as submitted, document UUID will be updated, my invoice status will appear as valid, and on the right, the issue date, issued at what time, submitted at what time, and also validated time will be updated as well by the second. Okay? You submit to the first party. Okay? Then you want to print out the e-invoice for the first party. You click on the magnifying glass in the e-invoice section. The interface for the e-invoice appears. Okay, supplier be on the left, supplier's information on the left, buyer's information on the right. Then you click on the print button. Okay, you click on print button, okay. Then you can preview the hard copy of the e-invoice or document. Okay, then you click on print. You notice the e-invoice will have the QR code as well at the bottom, yeah. Okay, click on print. Okay, done. This is issued to the first party. And then how do you issue the invoice to the second party? Okay. Okay. How do you issue to the second party? Okay, what you do is, we do theory first, yeah, then I will show you practical how it's done. Once we have issued to the first party, okay, you don't go and finalize the bill, jangan finalize the bill or the invoice, don't. Oh, sorry, you click on finalize. Yep. Okay, then you click on duplicate button. Click on duplicate button. Okay, what will happen here is, after you click on duplicate button, okay, you change the details of bill to whom. Okay, bill to whom? Party, the second party. Okay, I show you my example, a bit different. Okay, change the party's name, bill to whom, the file name maintain. Bill to probably the second purchaser or the third purchaser. If your litigation, probably your second plaintiff, third plaintiff. Okay, change the name, bill to whom. Then you click on save. Upon clicking on save, proceed to click on submit. Okay, submit the e-invoice. Okay, after you submitted the e-invoice for the second party, okay, then you notice submitted successfully. Okay, submission status will be updated, valid. Document UUID be updated. Okay, submission status will be submitted. Document UUID will running the number, UUID number, the ID number. My invoice status will be valid. Issued at what time, submitted at what time, and validated at what time will be updated as well. Okay, then you click on the magnifying glass. Okay, you want to view the e-invoice that was submitted for the second party. Okay, okay, then you click on the printer button, okay, to view the details. I will show you practical, okay, in the software. Okay, for the second party, how is it done? Split bill. Okay, there's two parties here. I'm going to use the example of the invoice. Okay, quotation here. Okay, non-bill disbursements. Let me to just show you example. If we use the current one, that means without the DA. Just a moment, yeah. Let me do get. Okay, this is the one, yeah. That means I'm issuing now this e-invoice to two parties, using the current method, whereby we only have professional fees, reimbursement and disbursement. No non-bill, DA, tak guna pakai DA, first scenario, Click save. Okay. You may click on the printer button. I'm issuing quotation, yeah. Okay. Preview your quotation. Okay. This all accounts will do, yeah. Staff will do. Okay. You buat quotation macam biasa. Okay. Certified. You click on print button. A PDF copy will be saved in the folder. Okay. Close. Okay. Then accounts. What do? You go to your quotation listing. You search for the quotation that have been submitted to you. Okay. Double click the one at the top. Open up. Okay. Then you check all information is correct. You're satisfied. Click on the red button top left. Bill it. Convert quotation to invoice. Okay. Then click on save. You check whether the conversion was done correctly or not. Check for accuracy of data, yeah. Okay, you are satisfied. Okay, close, save. Okay. Sorry. This is split bill. Okay. I click on edit, yeah. Don't save dulu. Since we are to issue this invoice to two different parties, e-invoice, yeah. So we got to apply the split unit. Okay, we have to apply the split unit. Split ratio. Sorry, apply the split ratio, yeah. Bukan split unit, sorry. Split ratio. Click. Okay. 1/2. You notice, I'm going back to 1/1. Total bill for the invoice is 41,186. Okay. Apply the split ratio here. We're going to issue e-invoice to both the purchasers, one each. Okay, done. Click save. It's not difficult to do it. It's pretty simple. Just follow the steps. Click save, and then you click on the printer button, top left. You preview the invoice. Okay. Split into equal half. You see the amount has changed. Reduce by half lah. Okay. You're certified. Tick the checkbox at the top. Finalize and post to office account. No. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not going to finalize now. I'm going to use the method that I've recommended to all our clients, Okay, submit the e-invoice dulu. Split. I have split. Jangan finalize dulu. Okay, make sure the e-invoice is submitted successfully. Okay. Apply the split ratio, then you click on submit. Okay, just a while. The message invalid text appear in a while. Okay, just a while. Just click update status. Valid. Okay. If you see the my invoice status is not updated, okay, invalid, If you notice some messages appears funny one, okay, just give few seconds. Don't force click submit, many times keep clicking, jangan. Okay, sampai the mouse pecah, don't do that. Okay, wait few seconds, then you click submit again. Submitted successfully. Let's view the e-invoice. Click on the printer button, top left. I have not finalized the bill, yeah. Notice e-invoice, this e-invoice which has all the bill items, professional fee, reimbursements and disbursements. QR code will be bottom right. Okay, you can print a copy. Sorry, I forgot to click on print.
No, it doesn't lag.
Okay, then you click on the print button, yeah, to print lah. Okay, 2 or 3 copies that you need. Okay, for your filing to client. Okay, close. Okay, then you go in and finalize the e-invoice that you had submitted to your client, this one party. Okay, the first party lah. Okay, baru finalize. Okay, a PDF copy will be saved in the file folder. Okay, submitted e-invoice successfully to the first party. How are you going to submit to the second party now? Okay, you click on the duplicate button like just now I mentioned in theory, yeah. Top right, duplicate button. Click on it. Okay, bill 2 will be in the middle. You see the file name is still under Rajit Singh, my name. Bill 2 now, I'm going to issue this to second purchaser, Ho Kian Zin, second party. Ho Kian Zin, I select. You just click bill 2 field, you click onto the field. Okay, the list of the parties will appear. All the parties, primary client, vendor, purchasers will appear. Okay, you select to whom that you are issuing the bill to. Second party lah now. Okay. Okay. Reference number you have, you can type in and so on. Okay. Just click save. Okay. File name will remain, yeah, the primary client's name, yeah. Bill to second party. Then what do? Go at the bottom, submit the e-invoice first. Click on submit button. You see the status appears as submitted. Submitted, belum valid lagi. Give around few seconds. Click update status. Update status. Valid. So, successfully submitted. Only when the status is valid, then it is okay. Confirm it is submitted successfully to LHDN. Then you click on the magnifier. Okay. View the My Invoice document here. Click on the printer button. You can print out the My Invoice e-invoice document that was submitted successfully for the second purchaser or the second party lah. QR code will be at bottom right as well. Okay, clear? Proceed to print 2 or 3 copies that you need. Okay. Close this. Okay. Only then go in to finalize the invoice that you have submitted. Now for the second party, yeah. Okay. If you are issuing to 2 or 3 parties and all that, right? Okay, when you finalize, you only finalize for each party. If you have 3 parties, of course, you go in and finalize one by one. Okay, for each parties. Okay. You're satisfied? You can see the QR code is at the bottom already, yeah. I move up and then I click the finalize and post to office account. Accounts executive will do this, yeah. Click yes. Done. Okay. close. Okay, so I've submitted 2 e-invoices and also submitted issued 2 normal invoices. Okay, let's look at our file. Okay, all the copies. Normal invoice to Ho Kian Zin. Okay, the e-invoice to Ho Kian Zin. The normal invoice to Rajesh Singh, the first party, and the e-invoice to Rajesh Singh, first party. Okay, semua ada QR code at the bottom. Okay, this was the quotation earlier. Okay, let's look at the ledger. Ledgers will be updated as well. Receivables. Okay, DA. Okay, all in one. Okay, close. Ho Kian Zin and Rajesh. Okay, boleh guys? Okay, done. Click close. Okay, now I'm going to show example. Okay, of e-invoice when you issue. Okay, to a file which has 2 parties as well. However, the e-invoice that we are going to use, the preset bill that I'm going to use, okay, has DA. That means my preset bill has, okay, professional fees, reimbursements, and disbursements items instead of, sorry. My preset bill has professional fees, reimbursements, and okay, disbursement advice items which are non-bill. This example, second example. My preset bill has professional fees, reimbursements, and okay, disbursement advice items. Okay, which are the non-bill items. Okay, I'm going to issue to 2 parties. We do a split. Okay, the quotation is there, 2 parties, Rajesh Singh and Ho Kian Zin. Just now the example was we issue a normal invoice which has professional fees, reimbursement, disbursement. Now we issue, okay, the normal invoice and e-invoice, okay, which will not have disbursement but will have will not have disbursement item but will have non-bill items which will be disbursement under the disbursement advice. And we are not going to submit the non-bill items or the disbursement advice to LHDN. Keep them out. Okay, I click quotation. This staff, okay, or legal department. Click on Q. Add new quotation interface opens up. You click on either one of the magnifying glass. There are 4 there on the right. You'll see the bill items are in fees, reimbursements, and non-bill. Okay? Click close. Clear? Click save. Or you can apply any discounts that you want. Any changes you can do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay? You can type any remarks if you need to. If you not, leave it blank. Remarks tak payah. Okay? Then you click on print button. These are legal staff and legal department. Okay? Quotations. Only the primary client's name will appear. Quotation satu nama saja. Primary client. You'll see. Okay? Professional fees, reimbursements, and okay. If you have your DA in your quotation put, okay, you notice here, professional fee, reimbursements, they have the subtotal, and then it will be the total amount of total invoice amount will be 13,250. made up of subtotal from professional fee and reimbursements. Okay. Disbursement advice or non-bill items will have the subtotal of 25,000. Excuse me. And then the grand total is made up of grand total is total invoice plus total disbursement advice. So you get 38,000 plus. Okay. Clear? So what do is you click print, you print a copy, get your supervisors, lawyers to sign. Okay, at the bottom here, okay, they may write down, okay, sign with the date, and then you write the instruction. Okay, please issue 2 invoices, split into 2 invoices or two purchases. Okay, or if you have 3 parties here, 3 parties, or okay, boleh write accordingly that your accounts department will understand your instruction. Okay, or you have another method of communicating to them, you do it. Then accounts, okay, you receive the hard copy of the quotation, you open up from your quotation listing, now at the top double click, okay, you may edit, check for accuracy of data, matches with the hard copy that they have submitted to you, good to go, puas hati, click save, click on the red button on the top left to bill it. Only those who have access to issue invoices can issue bill. Click on bill it. Okay. You notice at the top, bill details, bill analysis, and disbursement advice analysis. Okay. Grand total, you have 3 sections here. Okay, if you're going to maintain status quo, you're going to have not going to have disbursement advice, then bill analysis. Okay, there will only be bill analysis. There will not be disbursement advice section. Disbursement advice section will be blank and kosong. Sorry, the amount will be 0. Grand total will still be there. Okay, I have 2 parties here. Okay, split ratio I apply now equal half. You must apply on both sections. Split ratio for bill analysis and disbursement advice. Okay, you must do that. Okay, jika tidak, okay, the e-invoice you submit, okay, will be on equal half amount, but your DA that you're going to submit to your client is only 1. Okay, under the primary client's name. Then you cannot have a DA under the second party's name. Okay? Or the DA will be under the first purchaser or the first plaintiff ke apa nama. Or it's all depending on how many parties you have. Okay? So please apply the split ratio here. 1/2 and 1/2. Click save. Okay? Don't finalize. Submit the e-invoice successfully, click submit. Submitted, tak cukup the my invoice status has to be valid. Wait around 5 seconds. Click update status. Yes, valid. Okay, great. Okay. Then click on the magnifier. Click on the magnifier, okay. Open up the My Invoice document. To view that, click on the printer button. Okay. You may view the e-invoice that has been submitted. Okay. QR code will be at the bottom right corner. To the first party in this case. You see the amount is half now. Click the print button, print a copy to save in the file folder, or you can print 2 or 3 copies as you wish. Okay. As you need. Okay. Okay. Okay, consolidated e-invoice we will show later. Okay. The training is a bit long, yeah. Okay, we're going to cover all the areas, yeah. Okay, please stay back. Okay. Okay, one you have done with the second party, Ho Kian Zin. This is first party, sorry, yeah, first party. Then I go in, I finalize my normal invoice. Okay, first party, yeah. Click finalize. By the checkbox at the top, click yes. QR code will appear at the bottom right, yeah. Okay, click close. Okay, done for the first party. Okay, if you want to print the invoice and the disbursement invoice separately, then you click on the print button in the bill analysis section. Okay, you notice the invoice without the disbursement advice items lah. Okay, close, and then bill and disbursement advice analysis, you click on the printer button, you print the disbursement advice. Boleh ya? Okay, close. Okay, now to the second party, click on the duplicate button, top right. Issue the invoice to the second party. Okay, then you go in, click bill to, select the second party's name, Ho Kian Zin. In my example, Ho Kian Zin. Deliver to will be updated automatically. Same party lah. The split ratio since I applied just now, 1/2, it will remain 1/2. Click save. Okay. Click submit. Click once, submit. Click sekali cukup. Yes. Bagus. One click. Validated. Okay. Submitted successfully. Click on the printer magnifier. Open up. Click on the printer button. Okay. Then you can enlarge to view the e-invoice that's submitted for the second party, Ho Kian Zin. You have third party, fourth party, you repeat the same steps. Duplicate first, then only you. Okay, submit. Okay, duplicate, change the name of, okay, submitted to whom. Okay, each time after you duplicate, don't forget to change the name. Okay, to the second party. Then you duplicate again, bill to, change to a third party, and so on. Okay, repeat the same steps. Click on the print button, the PDF copy will be saved in the folder. Okay, done. Here, then I will go in and finalize the invoice. Take the top left, I'm going to select this. I will enlarge invoice and disbursement advice in one. Okay, you notice, okay, the QR code will be there as well at bottom right. Okay, click print 2 or 3 copies as you need. Okay, sorry, belum finalize lagi, sorry, finalize, click yes, finalize dulu, then print 2 or 3 copies that you need lah. Okay. Okay, done. Over here you can see, this document will carry professional fee, reimbursement and disbursement together, all three. Okay, disbursement non-bill items lah. Okay, non-bill items which were not submitted in the e-invoice, or you want to give 2 documents to client, then you print the bill and the DA separately. Okay, and then you close, okay, and DA, okay, okay, clear, okay. Okay, let's look at the file. Okay, let's look at the ledger receivables. 2 DAs and 2 bills. 2 parties, yeah? Okay, in this example, since I'm using a DA, disbursement advice, okay, so to each party, you notice, I can rearrange here. Rajesh, okay, 1 DA, 1 is e-invoice, because if we submitted e-invoice first, yeah, okay, the latest will always be at the top. So then we submitted, we finalized the invoice first, and then only we finalize the DA. So DA will appear at the top lah. Okay, clear? Receivables, client is owing total 39,360, and then the PDF copies will be saved automatically in the files folder. Okay, clear guys? Okay, and then okay, print out from here lah. Okay, done. Split bill, okay, this is on split bill. Okay, even the bill listing will be updated. Let me show you the bill listing now, yeah guys. Okay, please look at the screen, very important, yeah. You see the updates in the bill listing, yeah. Okay, in the bill listing, okay, we have enhanced it, okay, added more columns. Okay, you notice date on the left, you start with date. File number 1 is the system running number, file number 2 is the manual file reference number, bill number, if tax invoice or DA as well will appear. Their tax invoice and disbursement advice will appear, all both these documents will appear in bill listing. Okay, okay, the bill group. Okay, so you notice here bill group. What is bill group? Yeah, okay, for Rajesh Singh, you notice the first party, yeah, tax invoice and DA, they have a separate running number. Okay, TDA is a bill group, tax T is tax, okay, tax invoice, DA is disbursement advice. So if you are going to issue, okay, tax invoice and DA, disbursement advice, then the bill group will be updated as, okay, TDA, tax and disbursement advice. It will have its own running number as well. Okay, you can see, then you can search by the bill group number as well. Clear guys? Okay, okay, 60. Boleh guys? Okay, you search lah accordingly. Boleh? Okay, I will go to the right. You'll see the edit fields, the document UUID, those submitted successfully. Okay, you can see over here the submission status, ready to be submitted. This invoice are ready to be submitted but was not submitted. I double click and show you, or double click and show. Okay, belum submit lagi. It has been converted to quotation, from quotation to invoice, but belum submit lagi. Ready to be submitted. Okay, you submit, like example lah, submit as and when you need. Okay, okay, this incomplete information, double click. I'm opening up, incomplete. You appear like this guys. submission status. Then you click update. Okay. Contact profile information is now updated. Deliver to whom? Then the detail of the party is now updated. You click update bill to, you notice, then you notice it will bring you to the contact information, the party's information. You notice over here, the contact details are missing. Either one of it must be there, home, office or mobile. Either one of it must be there. The country code, this profile was updated earlier. Okay. So therefore, if you are using the existing party's details, when you go live say next year January, okay, then if you have existing party already in the system and you're opening new file for them next year, okay, just come here, update the state code and country. If you are updating for the first time, new party, then the code and country will be updated automatically. Okay, if you are editing on the existing information, you got to do this. Just add the code and country, MYS, Malaysia. Then key in the mobile number. Okay, Malaysia, I'll just select. Okay, TIN, you insert the TIN lah. Okay, boleh guys? Get the correct TIN, yeah? Use accordingly, either the individual TIN, key in their TIN number. After you have keyed in the TIN number, then you click on this button, this validate TIN, the checks, the check sign, okay? Correct sign. I'm just going to use this general public, see whether it's okay or not. TIN validation successful, done. Okay? You click the checkbox, check sign, and then message pop up, TIN validation successful. Kalau not successful, something is wrong, or was not correctly given by the client. Click save. Wait for this message to appear. My invoice ready profile. Okay, congratulations, your contact profile is now my invoice ready. Click OK. Okay. Now you notice the submission status here, guys. Tadi incomplete, because the party did not have a TIN, or the TIN was not updated for the party, the mobile numbers or the contact details were not updated. Now you click submit lah. This details has, this party details has some issues, okay. Just ignore this, okay. This is how you do it. You click submit, then submitted successfully. You notice your submission status will be submitted. My invoice status will be valid. Okay, clear, guys? This is a test file. I'm not going to touch it further. Okay. So go on the right. Okay. You'll see the labels in your bill listing also. Fees, tax on fees, reimbursements. No longer disbursement with tax, replace with reimbursements, then tax on reimbursements. Okay. Bill, disbursements, and if you are using disbursement advice, okay, the column will be labeled as non-bill advice. Okay, and total invoice amount, status. Okay, invoice you have posted successfully. Okay, guys, submitted successfully. Submitted. Okay, you may have submitted successfully. Okay, but the status could be draft, still draft. Okay, the reason being because after you submitted the e-invoice successfully, you have not finalized the normal invoice. Then status will appear as draft. Okay, clear, guys? Okay, done, close. Okay, let's go to our manual. Okay, there's a question, when will the e-invoice updates be released to clients? Okay, keep a look at the Microsoft Teams. Our help desk will update your firm accordingly when your firm is scheduled for the update. Okay. Okay. Please keep a look. Okay. Keep an eye. Have a look. Okay, at the Microsoft Teams. Okay. You'll be updated there when your firm will be scheduled for the updates. Okay. I showed you this. Apply the split and so on. Okay. We have done with this. We are going to the next section. Yeah. Okay, we are going to credit note now, guys. When to issue a credit note? Page number 40. When to issue a credit note? Okay. You issue credit note is to for correcting errors lah. If there's an error in the original invoice, incorrect amount, wrong discount applied, okay, or you're applying discounts, okay, for other matters else than conveyancing, sub-sale and all that, okay, else than sub-sales and the conveyancing matters, okay, to reflect a discount that wasn't initially included in the invoice, okay, you apply discount or to reflect discount that was not included in the invoice, okay, adjustments, okay, you can do that, okay, by pulling back. That means you cancel the e-invoice that you have submitted. You cancel, later I show you. You cancel it, and then you go and reverse post your invoice. Reverse post is, you know how to do it now, all the accounts executive, you all know how to do it. You reverse post and make the necessary changes. That means you resubmit it within 72 hours. Dalam masa 72 jam. You cannot. Okay, sorry. You if you make adjustments, okay, you can cancel the e-invoice that you have submitted within 72 hours. Okay. However, if you need to make changes on the e-invoice that you have submitted, okay, after 72 hours, selepas 72 jam, you cannot make any more changes. Selepas 72 jam, you cannot make any more changes on the e-invoice that has been submitted. The only way to do it is you got to issue a credit note. Okay? Okay? Issue a credit note. Okay? Okay. Issue a credit note. Okay. Payment discrepancies, if there's any discrepancy in the payment amount, a credit note, okay, used to adjust the invoice lah. How to issue the credit note? Okay. To issue credit note, you click on credit note button, which is in the view bill or in the bill that you have submitted or bill that you have issued. Okay. You click on credit note. After you click on credit note button, the printer button, okay, the credit note interface opens up. Then you type in the reason why. You overcharge lah, okay, you undercharge lah and all that. Okay, change the amount. Apa-apa reason why lah you overcharge. Example, what's the reason? Type in the reason why. Then you go to your credit note detail section, there will be 3 magnifying glass on the right. Okay. Okay. Also, I think there will be 4 with the latest now. There will be 4 with the disbursement advice as well. You click on either one of the magnifying glass, okay, for the item that you want to apply the credit note for. Okay. Click on it. Okay, then this new interface opens up. Okay, click on plus. Those who have been issuing credit note and debit note, you know, those account executive how to do it is, you click on new item, click plus. Okay, then you select from the bill item, from the invoice that have been submitted. Okay, for example, traveling at expenses. Okay, earlier I submitted, I charged only 100 ringgit. Okay, now probably I have to charge extra. Travel expenses, sorry, 0.3. Okay, unit price over here, change the amount, you click save, change the amount, once you have changed the amount, click close, click close. Upon clicking on close, it will bring you back to the add credit note interface. This is for accounts, accounts department, okay, and proceed to click on save. After you click save, credit note, you change the amount. Okay, you overcharge, maybe you charged 300 ringgit earlier, now you want to reduce the amount to 100 ringgit, kurangkan lah. Okay, you have overcharged, now you reduce the amount. Okay, click save. After you have clicked save, okay, then you notice here submission status will be stated as ready. Then you click submit the credit note. Okay, upon clicking on save, then you click submit. Credit note as well will have the submission status, UUID, my invoice status will be valid, submitted successfully lah. Okay guys, okay, so I'm going to issue a credit note now. Let's go to the manual. Okay, how we issue a credit note. Okay, let's go to the software. Okay, so I'm going to my bill listing. I'm going to select from there, or you can go to the file, from the file ledger as well. You open up the bill, bill listing. Okay, double click. $1 million, this is okay. So I click on credit note. You can see negative sign, right? Click on it. Okay, reason why, maybe I've overcharged or you're applying discounts and so on. Okay, come over here. Mine is under reimbursements. Click plus. Traveling, instead of 200, maybe I want to reduce to 100 ringgit. Okay, unit price, reduce to 100. Click tap. Okay, you can edit the unit price and ori unit fields, column, ori unit and unit price, or earlier probably it was 200 ringgit. You can do this as well, ori unit 0.5. You can see charges, 100 ringgit saja. Close, click save. Okay, click on the printer button on the left, top left, you can preview your credit note. Okay, I'm not going to finalize. I'm going back to e-Invoice, just to show you. Sorry, at the bottom you can see, submit the credit note dulu, e-Invoice. Credit note is also part of e-Invoice lah. Okay, status is submission status ready. I can submit. I click submit. I have clicked submit. valid. Click on the magnifying glass, and then you, okay, my invoice document, you can view, okay, credit note, traveling, 200 ringgit, okay, change to 100, or unit price is if you change to 100 ringgit, it will appear as 100 ringgit, okay, but the credit note, okay, I suggest you, since in credit note you will show the unit price as well, it's better for you to just change it to 100 ringgit straight unit price rather than applying the 0.5 quantity. Okay? Change the unit price straight to 100 ringgit senang lah. Okay? Instead of applying the quantity to 0.5 lah, okay, 0.2 lah, 0.3 and so on. Okay? Straight unit price you tukar. Okay? QR code will be okay, updated as well for the credit note. Print 2 or 3 copies as you need. Okay? Close. Okay. Then I close this. I'll go in and finalize the credit note. Click on the printer button. So you can see on the right, credit note number, it will be a running number, credit note date, current date, invoice number. The credit note was applied to which invoice? Invoice number will apply as well. Credit note was applied to which invoice? Invoice date as well. Okay, document UID of the credit note. Okay, on the right you can see. Then tick the checkbox at the top, finalize and post to office account. Click yes. Okay, then print a copy or 2 or 3 that you need. Okay, the normal credit note also will have the QR code. Okay, close. Okay, excuse me. Let's look at the ledger. It will be updated credit note. Will be updated in the bill listing, sorry. Okay, we are done with the credit note. Debit note, next will be the debit note, Excuse me. Go to manual. Now it's debit note. Debit note will be on page number 47, please. 47. When to issue a debit note? It's also for correcting errors. If there's an error in the original invoice, incorrect amount, wrong discount applied, and so on. Okay, you got to issue higher amount. Okay, then you issue a debit note. Okay. Sorry, when the previously issued e-invoice was overcharged, then issue a debit note. Okay. Upon clicking on debit note, the following interface opens up. Debit note is also in the bill, The plus you see on the printer on the top left, the one with the blue color logo, the sign there, plus. Okay. Proceed to fill in the reason for issuing debit note by typing the reason and hit enter. Okay. Once you type in the reason, okay, then you click on either one of the magnifying glass on the right. Select the bill item that was submitted, okay, that you want to issue a debit note for lah. Or you can, okay, you do that. Click on the magnifying glass and then the plus button will bring you to interface. Click on new item. Okay. Once you click on new item, 19G, my example, okay, example of this entry or caveat, example, I double click, I add in the amount here, 60 ringgit, okay. Okay, you may change the unit details or the unit price that you want to make the changes or the correction, yeah. Then you click on close. Okay. Or you need to add another item, you undercharged client earlier, okay. Probably I forgot to charge client on caveats, okay. I need to charge client on withdrawal caveat, okay. Usually for debit notes, sometimes you do correction and also you charge them more, okay, because probably you have omitted or forgot to charge them for certain services that you have provided, okay. Then you have charged them. For my example here, okay, in my bill I've probably forgot to include withdrawal caveat. The charge is 60 ringgit. So now I'm going to issue a debit note for the invoice, okay. Once you have done, click save here, okay. Then you'll be ready to submit the e-invoice. Click on submit the e-invoice first. Click submit. Submit e-invoice. Okay. Then the submission status will be updated as submitted. Document UUID will be updated. And my invoice status will be valid lah. It's submitted successfully. Okay. If the status appears as submitted or invalid, okay, submitted means you wait a while, you click again on submit button. Invalid, incomplete and all that, invalid also, okay, the submit button will be there, you just click submit again. Kalau incomplete, okay, you got to update the status, check the status of the party, okay. Then after that you click on the magnifying glass, open up the e-invoice document interface, supplier to, sub-buyer to whom, supplier from, buyer to, information will be there, okay. Then you click on the printer button, okay. The QR code will be updated, which I show you. Click on the print checkbox button, okay. Upon finalizing the debit note, the watermark draft will be removed, okay, will disappear. Then the PDF copy all will be saved in the file folder lah, okay. In my screenshot here tak ada the QR code, but okay, you notice now with the updates there will be QR code, okay. Okay, before I move to consolidated the e-invoice, I'm going to show you how you issue this debit note. Let's go to the software, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to my bill, okay, same bill. I'm going to apply debit note. Click debit note, okay. Probably I forgot to charge, okay, additional charges for what, or you can type in the description, okay, for what purpose. Then you go to your items. On this file, okay, sorry. Just a moment, yeah, just a moment. So this is file number 6235. Okay. Okay, so I probably forgot to charge client on entry or caveat, or traveling, or miscellaneous, or traveling charges for the lawyers to the court. Okay, for your litigation you have many other items as well. Probably you forgot to charge them for, okay, filing or affidavit, okay, filing or read or summons. Okay, then you got to issue a debit note and submit it as an e-invoice to LHDN. Okay, so over here you click on the plus button, yeah, open the invoice, click on the plus button. Okay, then the debit note interface opens up. Reason why, I'll just take additional charges, or you can describe, you have another description. Okay, and then you click on either one of the magnifying glass on the right here, debit note analysis, yeah, click either one of it, click plus, it will bring you to bill item interface, bill item listing, yeah. I'm just going to find 19B. Okay, Selangor, sorry, 19G, sorry, I was mentioning 19G, right, just now. Withdrawal, 16 ringgit, left click, right click, remove. You guys know how to do this, right? Remove, select the wrong item, click plus. RM60, Selangor. Terlupa, maybe in the invoice we did not include. Or you have another item, 2 items or 3 items, you do that lah. Plus, okay, travelling you cannot charge lagi 100. Okay, okay, you can have multiple items or only one, close. Okay, click save. Okay, submit dulu the debit note, click submit. Bill number, something is wrong. (19G) close, save. Okay, debit. Valid. Debit note. TDA. Okay, I'm experiencing some issues here. Okay, we will rectify this. Okay, before we send the updates, we will rectify this error here. Okay, I'm unable to submit the debit note. Let me just finalize first. Let's see whether it works. And okay. Okay, we rectify this issue. We update our technical team. Okay, this is the method to do it actually. Okay, you submit first, the submit button, you click on it, wait for a few seconds. Submission status, if successfully submitted, will be stated as submitted. Document UUID is supposed to be will be updated. My invoice status will be valid. Issued ad on the right, submitted ad, validate ad. Sorry, the timing, the time will be updated as well by the second. Okay, then only you go in and finalize the debit note. Okay, the method is this. Okay, this is the method. Use this method. Okay, our technical team will look into this. Okay, before we send the updates. Done. Debit note and credit note. Next one, let's look at our manual, consolidated e-invoice. Someone posed a question. Okay, as we understand, I believe everyone knows. Okay, those who have actually keep themselves updated with the updates in the or with the happenings in the e-invoice. Okay, government has given some flexibility. Okay, whereby businesses can submit consolidated e-invoice, meaning to say if you don't submit e-invoice, okay, on the same day that you are issuing the normal invoice or the bills, you can use this consolidated e-invoice features to submit the e-invoice. Meaning to say, all the bills that you issued, say now in November, all the bills you issued in November, okay, but were not submitted. All the bills you issued in November, right? Okay, you did not submit e-invoice for them. Okay. For all the bills that were issued in November, e-invoice was not submitted. Okay, therefore you have 7 days of the next month. That means in December, within 7 days of the next month, okay, to submit a consolidated e-invoice. Okay, this practice is only allowed. I think the first 6 months of starting the e-invoice submission. Okay. Consolidated e-invoice is actually created by government to cater for those hypermarkets, the businesses. Okay, they have supermarkets and all. They have high volume of clients. Okay, retails. Okay, all that. Okay, like you go to NSK, you go to Jasco, Aeon. Okay, Jaya Grocer and so on. Okay, restaurants. Okay. High volume of clients, high volume of bills. Okay, they can issue consolidated e-invoice by the 7th of next month. Okay, for other industries like professionals, okay, we are given 6 months period flexibility to use consolidated e-invoice. After 6 months, I believe, okay, normal business, other businesses like legal firm, engineering companies, other companies like professionals, you can no longer submit consolidated e-invoice. However, please go and confirm this information. Okay. When can you submit the consolidated e-invoice? Okay. However, if you are allowed, you can do it by the 7th of the next month. Okay. So in my example here, if in the month of March, the deadline for submitting the consolidated e-invoice for transaction will be, okay, April 7th. So if you want to submit the consolidated e-invoice for November, you must submit by the 7th of December. Okay, if you are starting in January, you want to submit the consolidated e-invoice for January 2026, you must submit by the February the 7th. February 7th. 7th of every month. 7th of every month. Okay? Clear? If you are submitting the consolidated e-invoice for February, you must submit by the 7th of March. Clear? Okay? The purpose of issuing consolidated e-invoice is to ensure that all transactions are accurately reported to Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, LHDN, IRBM, which is also LHDN. Even if individual e-invoices are not requested by the buyers or clients. If your clients does not request for e-invoices, okay, they said, you just give me a normal invoice. But however, it's our duty as businesses that qualify to submit e-invoices, right? You can submit via consolidated e-invoice. Tetapi, I think this flexibility is given only for 6 months, for 6 months. Okay? How to issue a consolidated e-invoice? This is easy. Click on billing, click on bill listing. Okay, when you click on billing, the bill listing interface opens up. Go to the next page, page number 55. In bill listing interface, okay, you'll see in the middle, green color, but okay, square there, or rectangle box actually, okay, consolidated e-invoice. You click on it. Click on consolidate e-invoice. Upon clicking consolidate e-invoice, the following interface opens and proceed to click on submit. Okay, I have 3 bills that I issued. Okay, example.
To switch.
Pardon?
To switch screen.
Sorry, I did not share the screen with you guys earlier, Okay. To issue the consolidated e-invoice, Okay. Okay. You click on bill listing, Here, that means you must submit the notes here, manual, on page number 54, okay, you can see. Okay, you must issue by the 7th of every month. 7, okay, of every month for the previous month. Okay, so for January consolidated e-invoice, you must submit by the February of 7th. Okay, and for February's consolidated e-invoice, you must submit by the 7th of March. Don't miss the deadline, guys. Don't miss the deadlines. I'm not sure about the penalties and all that. Okay, that you got to find out. Okay, if there's any. Okay, you will find out. Please equip yourself with the knowledge on e-invoice. Go and read all the literature or all the documents on e-invoice. How is it implemented in the country? What are the do's and don'ts? What is credit note, debit note, and all that? You must read that. Okay? Don't just rely on us for knowledge. Okay, guys, I'm just going to mention here very importantly. Okay, we at Denning IT, we will train our clients how to use our software to submit the e-invoices. However, of how to do However, what to do, that means in different situations, how do you apply it and so on. You got to equip yourself with the knowledge. When do I issue credit note? When do I issue a debit note? When do I issue a consolidated e-invoice? Like yesterday, someone was asking yesterday I conducted training. Someone was asking, okay, in the training, okay, when they issue partner stakes, when they instead of paying salary to partners, they give profits every month. Partner takes drawing from that. Okay, please equip yourself with the knowledge. What you need to do. Okay, how to use Denning to submit e-invoice. This is what we train you guys. Accounting entries and all that, please. Okay, please equip yourself with the knowledge. If you're not sure, please consult your accountant or auditors and so on. Please, yeah, very important. Okay. How to issue consolidated e-invoice? Click on billing, and then you click on bill listing. When you click on bill listing, consolidated e-invoice, it appears. The bill listing, the consolidated e-invoice button will be in the middle, green color. You just click on it, then a new interface opens. Okay, software will automatically, pick up, all the invoices that you issued. However, you did not submit e-invoice. It will give us a list in the consolidated e-invoice interface. You automatically go and pull out and put it here in the consolidated e-invoice interface. Then to submit, you click on the submit button, which will be at the bottom right. You can see the amount here, yeah? Submit. Upon click on submit, a message box will open up as shown in the screenshot below, yeah? This box will pop up. It practically gives a message. Are you sure you want to submit 3 transactions involving amounting to 115,000? And so on. My example, 115,596 as a consolidated e-invoice to my invoice. My invoice LHDN government, yeah. You're going to submit, just click yes. Click yes. Then wait for this message to pop up, which is upon clicking on yes, the following message pops up stating document submitted successfully. Proceed to click on OK. Click on OK. Upon clicking on OK, the following information in bill listing will be updated. It will be updated in bill listing. Submission status will be stated as submitted. Document UUID will be updated, and then the date will be updated. Not on the individual's invoice, because you did not submit the e-invoice for the particular individual file. So there will not be e-invoice for the individual files now. There will be only this consolidated e-invoice, and the bill listing will be updated. Clear, guys? My invoice status also will be stated as valid lah. Let's do it in the software now. So you can see on the right here, now it's we have added more fields here on the left here. So consolidated e-invoice, the green color button on the right, it's no longer in the middle now. I will have to change my screenshot. But the method remains the same, Consolidate e-invoice, click. Upon clicking on it, upon clicking on it, check for information correct, certified. You can uncheck if you don't submit for few of them. Untick the checkbox jika you tak nak submit. Kalau semua you tak nak, that is up to you lah. But by right, we must submit lah by the 7 . Probably you have any reasons how not to submit, please consult with your firm partner, your partners, I'm going to proceed, By default, it's all checked. Once you click the green color button, consolidated e-invoice, by default the check boxes will be checked, Then you click submit. Are you sure you want to submit 4 transactions amounting to 7,122.60 cents, as consolidated e-invoice to my invoice, to LHDN? Click yes. Document submitted successfully. invalid text, just ignore it then, okay? You just click OK, done. Submitted successfully. Okay. My invoice number Tan Kok. Let me just get their name, yeah. 6 Tan Kok Fong. Four of them. Ravi Murthy and Partners, Ho Tong Mi, Tan Kok Fong. Okay. We will view them in okay, I will see by the date. Pardon? Date 31st October. Just a while, yeah, just a while. Okay, can you see? Tan Kok Fong, Leong Chuk Siang. Oh, update. Okay, non-bill test. Just a moment, let me do refresh. Okay. Okay, guys, everyone, yeah, okay. In our test server, yeah, it's not being updated. Okay, however, okay, I've updated the status. Click on it. You want to see the status? You just click update status. You show yes. Okay, you'll be updated here only. Okay. Then you can double click on the name of the party. Okay. Okay. There will not be the e-invoice for the individual, yeah. There will not be e-invoice for the individual. Okay, because you submit as a batch. Okay. Okay, the status, submission status supposed to be submitted. Okay, document UUID will appear. It will have the same document UUID, all four. It will have the same because you're submitting at the same time. Okay, same, yeah. Okay, you notice here, like I did previously in the training, yeah. Ho Tong Mi, Tan Kok Fong, Leong Chuk Siang. Oh, this is today issue date. Okay, guys, this is the one. Sorry, I was looking on the wrong one. Sorry, yeah. Today's date, issue date today, successful. Sorry, guys. Too many. Issue date correctly. Can you see? Okay. Double click. You can go in. I think we can. No. So the individual click can. This is Tan Kok. No. Home Morgan O'Reilly General Public. No. You can't view the individual punya lah. Okay. Memang tak ada. Because you submitted as an consolidated. let me show you guys. Okay, general public to general public. Kalau consolidated, it will be stated as general public. If you want print the individual lah, my invoice document. Okay, this is how it appears. Okay. So let's go back to our bill listing. So this will be here. Submission status will be submitted. Document UID is updated. Issue date. You can see here on the left, these 4 invoices were issued and finalized on the 31st. However, 31st October. However, I'm submitting my consolidated e-invoice now. Okay, I can do that because I'm using a test server. Okay, so we can still do that. Okay, but when you go live next January, okay, you must submit the consolidated e-invoice by the 7th of the following month or the next month. Okay, don't miss the deadline, please. Okay, you can see the breakdown total 2,038 ringgit for one, 509. The last one is 2,038. Total of 7,000 plus. Okay. Okay. So this is how you do your consolidated e-invoice. Okay. So let's go to our manual. Self-bill. Okay. How do you issue a self-bill? Okay. When we did a training, I think somewhere middle of the year or somewhere in July, August. Okay. We did not have this feature at the time. We were being developed. Self-bill. Okay. You issue self-bill is when okay, the vendor, the party that provides service to you, okay, does not have a bill. Okay, or probably it's not a company. You need to pay them. You need to pay them via a voucher. You got to issue a voucher and then you pay them from your office account. Okay, and how do you issue a self bill to yourself first and then you issue a voucher? Okay, I take example probably for your cleaner, those doing cleaning in your office. Okay, to your freelance dispatch. Okay, or you make payment. Okay, freelance dispatch in 1 month. You compile all. Then you got to issue a self bill to yourself, coming from your dispatch. Okay, dispatch name or your cleaner. Okay, or someone in charge in the office to buy the pantry expenses. Okay, and the person, maybe your staff, the secretaries or the legal clerk and so on. Right? Say the name is Siti. Then you got to issue a self bill to Citi. Okay, she give you, come back, you issue a self bill to Citi, then you issue a voucher. Okay, clear guys? How do you do that? Issue a self bill. To issue a self bill, you click on billing, then you click add self bill invoice. Click on billing and then you click on add self bill invoice. Okay, once you click that, okay, you have to update bill from whom. Field mark with red color asterisk. You have to update bill from whom. That means the party that you are issuing the that you're going to issue the voucher to. Okay, your vendor, your cleaner, your dispatch. Okay, MSIC code you have to update. Bill to whom? Bill to will be to yourself, to your firm name. Yeah, bill to is to your firm name. Bill from the party that provided that has provided the service to you. Okay, you got to find out what is self bill. Yeah, go and read further. Okay, once you have click on this, okay, then you fill out the details in the add self bill interface invoice. Add self bill invoice interface. Okay, fill up all these details. Okay, The next page, page number 58. Okay. User may add in the required preset bill. If you have the preset bill, you can create one preset bill. If you have these cleaning services, okay, very regular. Every month you got to issue a self bill, or every week, okay, or every day, okay. You got to do. You can create a preset bill for under cleaning expenses, okay. One preset bill only, okay, cleaning expenses, and only one bill item, cleaning expenses. Or you have a preset bill for traveling allowances or traveling claim. That preset bill only have one item, traveling allowances or traveling claim, or you name it, traveling, okay, expenses, how you name it, okay. Boleh? Okay. There's no file, you leave it blank, okay, okay, no file number, tak ada file, okay. Bill from, the name of the party that you are issuing, okay, the self bill for, okay, untuk siapa lah you issue self bill to, is bill from whom, okay. Bill to on the right, okay, will be your firm's name. Sorry, okay, the MSIC code you got to masukkan lah. Yang that MSIC code is created by government. Government has a long list. Then you select in the list. We have also updated the long list of MSIC code. You select accordingly. Okay. Then preset code. I'm using a preset code. Preset bill, cleaning services. Okay. If you have for traveling, you have it for traveling. Okay. Currency Malaysian ringgit lah by default. Masukkan. Click on the magnifying glass. Okay. Then you can add a new item, or you can go by the preset bill. Okay. Cleaning services. In your bill item, you create a cleaning services under the disbursements lah. Or you can create under non-bill pun boleh. Tak ada masalah. Okay, just click on disbursement, senang. Okay. Cleaning services. You double click on it. From your bill item listing, it will be updated. Here. 100 ringgit. Notice, okay. You can click on the magnifying glass later to open up and see 100 ringgit. You can change the amount also. Then you click submit. Submit the self bill invoice. Click on submit. Okay. Once you have submitted successfully, okay, the submission status will be updated. To submitted, document UUID will appear, will be updated as well. My invoice status will be submitted. Okay. Submitted, sorry. Then you have to click on update status. You kena update lah. Click on update status. Okay. Kalau submitted, you click on update status. Wait, like I mentioned earlier, wait around 5 seconds later, click again, submitted. Or click again on the submit status, sorry. Okay. Then the status appears as valid. Valid means submitted successfully. You click on print. Click on print. You will see the self bill invoice. Okay. If you have the full name, click the manual. You have the address of the party and so on. It will appear lah. Address, the phone numbers. Okay. You finalize the checkbox. Then you finalize it. QR code is already there lah. Okay. Okay. After you have issued a self bill, guys, self bill will be updated here as well. In the self bill invoice listing, it will be updated in the self bill invoice listing. It won't be updated in the bill listing. It will be updated in the self bill invoice listing, which I will show you where this will be. Self bill invoice listing. Okay. Then after you have submitted the self bill, you go back to the self bill that you have submitted. Okay. You have to issue a voucher. You click on add office voucher. First you self bill to yourself, to the firm lah. Okay, to the firm's name. Once you have done the self bill, then you got to issue the office voucher. You click on add office voucher. Our software will bring you to the office voucher interface in the office account. Cleaning all services, your dispatch claim for travelling, okay. Your staff ask for pantry expenses, they bagi you bill, you got to issue the voucher. You make payment to them, kan? You got to issue a voucher from the office account lah. Okay, it bring you to voucher in the office account interface. Then you add in lah. Okay, credit bank debit office cleaning, or credit bank debit, okay, pantry expenses, or credit bank debit travelling expenses. Mana satu lah. Okay, accordingly. Then you issue your voucher as normal office voucher, semua tahu Okay, you save it, done. You click on the printer button. Then you generate your office voucher for the, like in my example, is for the cleaning services. Click print lah. Okay, done. Kaudim. Okay. Okay, someone asked the question, so for office purposes payments, also we need to do self-bill, right? If myself bought stuff from a shop means I should do a self-bill and submit to LHDN. By right, okay, I believe so. However, okay, please confirm this with your accountant. Okay, should you go ahead with self-billing? Okay. Okay, please confirm with your accountant. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to show you in the software how to do self-bill. Let's go to the software. Okay. Click on billing. You can click on add self-bill, invoice. Okay. Or, I close this here, or you click on billing, you click on self-bill invoice listing. Okay. Self-bill invoice listing. Okay, you can click on plus on the right, top right here. You can do this method as well. Okay. Bill from whom? Like mine is I put a cleaner. Okay. Assuming Anis, okay, okay, my cleaner, okay. I'm just going to take a name. You should create if the name is not there, okay, you should create their name, okay. Go to contact, add party. Go to party listing. You can add the party from here. Click on plus, okay. You create a name for the party. Say for example Anis lah, okay. Individual. ID type, you may capture, get their IC number and so on. Okay. Okay. Or others. Name, I'll just select Anis, okay. My cleaner lah, our cleaner. Click save. Okay. Bill from Anis, okay. Bill to your firm lah, okay. Select bill to your firm, not your name or the staff law, the accounts executive nama, bukan. Your firm's name, okay. This is cleaning services. The whole list of the industries, okay. I find cleaning. Cleaning ni ada banyak. Okay. General cleaning of building, cleaning of industry, cleaning of. Okay. I'll just take general cleaning of buildings. Okay. Okay. Deliver to also to your. Maybe this bill was issued to the firm, but delivered to one of the staff, okay, to the partner's name and so on. Okay, the best is my option is here. I'll select the same name as the company lah. Okay. incomplete. Okay, what is this? Okay, complete. Okay, I'm just borrowing one of our client's name now. Huh? Assuming it's bill to. It has to be. Okay, it has to be the same name actually. Yeah. Okay. No, sorry, not necessary. Okay, deliver to any other parties can, but usually, okay, self bill to your firm's name, deliver to your firm's name as well. Okay. Okay, repeating. Yeah. Make sure your firm's TIN is correct. Your the profile the company profile is all updated with the my tax information or my invoice information. TIN has to be there. The MSIC code all has to be there in your company profile. Make sure it's completed. Okay. We use Malaysian currency. Okay. I'm going to click on the magnifying glass. Okay. You can see self-bill invoice analysis. Click on this. I click plus. Okay. I'm going via cleaning. It's not there. Okay. Do I have for others? I click plus. Okay. If for traveling expenses I have item there. Okay. Cleaning services, 100 ringgit. Okay. Click save, close. I double click. 100 ringgit. You can even change the amount here. Yeah, unit price and so on. Maybe you can change to 50 ringgit and so on. You can do that. 100 ringgit. Yeah. Click save. Anis details. Update. E-Invoice. Anis details is not there. Let me to address just one. Okay. Mobile, I will just update. Just take one. I'll take this as general public TIN. Click save. Okay. Ready to submit. Can you see now? Okay. Make sure the party that you are issuing the self bill from. Okay. The details updated as well. Click submit. Okay, submitted. Wait for around 5 seconds. Click update status again. We want it to be valid. Resubmit. Okay. Update status. Okay, the taxpayer's details it's not complete. So in your case, okay, make sure the details of the party is correct. Okay, then you should be able to submit the full details. Okay, I do not have any cleaner's name and so on. Okay, maybe I put it from by my name and see here. Okay, resubmit. Boleh jalan. Okay. Make sure the details of the party for bill from. Okay. So if your staff, if the one that you're going to issue the e-invoice to for buying the pantry staff and all that, they give you the bill, okay, your cleaner, your dispatch and all that, get their tin. Okay, submitted successfully. Let's preview the e-invoice document. Click on the printer button. Okay. Okay. Details. Can you snap photo? Okay. I'm experiencing issue. However, should be able to generate the e-invoice for this party. There will only be how it will be. Yeah. Okay. It will have the supplier's information, buyer's information. Okay. Buyer information will be your firm's name. Supplier will be to whom or from whom lah. Okay. Like in my case, Rajesh. If you have your staff name and so on, your staff name will appear. Cleaning services. Okay. There will only be one item in the self-bill my invoice document. Yeah. Only once submitted successfully, I will go in, click on the printer button and finalize. It has been finalized automatically. Okay, self-bill, finalized automatically. Self-bill invoice, yeah. Okay. Supplier name, you can see. If it is your cleaner, then the cleaner's name will appear. In this case, it's me. Okay. The person's name, the IC number. Okay. The supplier's MSIC code, the general cleaning of building are selected. General cleaning of building. So this is the code. Okay. Supplier's address. Okay. So please get their details lah. Yeah. Okay. Buyer's name will be your firm's name lah. Okay. Buyer's TIN and all that. Make sure your firm's details are also all updated. Otherwise, you cannot proceed with e-invoice. Okay. Where you get your firm's TIN and all that, please log into my tax portal. Okay, you have 1 month. Okay, once you get the updates, yeah. Okay, do not wait until last minute. Wait after Christmas or wait on the 1st January baru you nak start update. Jangan. Okay, once your firm's software is updated with the My Invoice updates, start the homework already. Okay, update your company profile. Okay, equip your knowledge. Read on my Invoice documents and so on. Okay. How you should go about it. Okay. Boleh? QR code is here. You can print 1 or 2 copies that you need. One for your the cleaner in this case. Okay. Then one for your firm filing. Okay. There's no PDF copy because there's no file for this case. Yeah. This self-bill invoice has no file. Okay. So PDF copy will not be safe anywhere. Okay, so it's done. So okay, then you issue the voucher, add office voucher. Okay, pay to whom? Okay, mine was. Okay, add items, credit bank. Okay, 100 ringgit. Mode of payment, okay, direct bank transfer, transaction number, just copy. Add item, okay, cleaning office KL, okay, sub description. You can add if you want to, tak nak pun tak apa, 100. Okay. Branch, mine is a KL office. There's no teams, okay. Mode, direct bank transfer, transaction number, 100. Okay. Description, cleaning. You can type in, I'm just going to create now. CLE cleaning. So hit enter. Okay, click save. Issue office voucher. Okay, click on the printer button. This is office voucher, guys. I'm repeating. At the top will be your firm's name, to whom, voucher date, voucher running number, okay, credit bank, debit, office cleaning KL. Okay, to whom lah, print a copy. Okay, done. Okay, let's look at the office account, office transaction listing, voucher, today's date. There it appears here. Okay. Clear? Okay, guys. Okay. There's questions here. Okay. Okay. There's questions here whereby if you issue voucher from your petty cash or office account petty cash to your dispatch for transport charges, how about we issue voucher for transport charges to office boy from client account petty cash? Do we need to self bill? Okay, from client's account petty cash. Okay, I think we should. Okay, but from client's account petty cash, issue a voucher. Okay, scroll down. Okay. Okay, Miss Yang Wing, okay, Yang Wing, can you mention which law firm are you from? Just a moment. Thanks for waiting. I'm back. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, if you issue traveling expenses to your dispatch, okay, from your client's account petty cash, or from your client's account petty cash, right? Okay. By right, we should you can issue a self bill, okay, but you don't have to issue the office voucher, because you just issue a self bill cukup, okay, and the voucher actually is coming out from your office account. From your client's account. Okay. However, if you have a lot of such transactions, okay, for every traveling expenses that you pay to your dispatch, okay, the volume is very high, okay, then probably you just want to issue one self bill by the end of the month. That means by 30th or 31st lah. Okay, by 30th or 31st. Okay, you add in all the traveling claim or traveling expenses, okay, for the vouchers that you are issued to the vouchers you issued from your what we call petty cash, client's account petty cash, okay, you compile all that in one, all the amount, assuming you have 20, okay, 20 traveling claims, and you from your office boy, and you paid from your petty cash. You consolidate, that means you add all 20 into one self bill, okay. You do one self bill by the end of the month, okay. That is a much more easier option. Otherwise, I think it will be very tedious if you issue self bill for every time your dispatch asks for, or you make payment to your dispatch from your client's account petty cash. Boleh? Okay? You can continue paying from petty cash every time, okay, for the traveling claims from your dispatch. However, you make sure you record somewhere, okay, total for that particular month, how much, I'm repeating, yeah. Then by the end of the month, you issue one self bill, total for the total sum. Okay. Stamp duty, how to issue the debit note of stamp duty undischarged. Ali, we will come back to you on this question. Ali, can you mention which law firm are you from? Ali Ng. Ali Ng, Miss Ali. That photo, then probably we can share. Miss Ali Ng, can you mention which law firm are you from? Please mention, or type in the comments column, please. Comment section, please mention which law firm are you from. SLU and Co. Okay, Miss Ali, we will get our help desk to answer this question to you tomorrow, yeah? Okay? Okay, our training is coming to an end. Okay, it's already close to 4 hours now. Okay? Okay, for the updates, like I mentioned earlier, okay, please, okay, keep a look at the Microsoft Teams, okay, of your firms, the communication with our help desk. Our help desk will update you when your firm will be scheduled for the updates. And after you have received the updates, okay, the administrator, please go to company profile, update your firm's company profile with the required information. Okay? Okay, and then the existing bill items that are available in the bill listing will be updated automatically. Yeah, there's existing bill items that are available in your firm's bill listing. Yeah, will be updated automatically with the codes and so on. Okay. However, if your firm have decided to adopt the disbursement advice method, okay, then you have to remove all the or remove the items that you do not want to include in your e-invoice from the existing preset bill, and then create non-bill items and add them into that particular preset bills. Okay, that means you remove the disbursements items and then you add new non-bill items. Okay, you got to do homework all this in December itself. Okay, however, if your firm decides, okay, to submit the e-invoice, okay, to get an e-invoice which consists of professional fees, reimbursements, and disbursements item, okay, you're not going to remove the disbursements items, okay, then you don't have to create non-bill items. Okay, clear? Okay, just wait for the updates. Very soon you'll be getting it. Our help desk will update you guys very soon. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for giving us 4 hours, close to 4 hours. Yeah. Okay. Those who have stayed back after 6, thank you, everyone. Okay. The recordings will be available in our Facebook page. YouTube also on YouTube from tomorrow onwards. Yeah. Okay. In case any of your colleagues want to view the recording, okay, they can go to our Facebook page also and also on YouTube. Okay. Yesterday's session, yeah. Okay, don't refer to yesterday's session. Yesterday's session, okay, of the recordings was for our existing clients which were already using e-invoice since July. So yesterday's session was shorter. Okay, I did not went in very much details. We only showed them the enhanced features of disbursement advice. Okay, but for yourself, okay, if you want to view the recording in YouTube or in our Facebook page, okay, you look for the recording of today's date, 27 November 2025. Okay, clear, guys? Thank you, everyone, for your time. Have a good evening ahead. Okay, bye.